Yeah.
Blog Talk Radio.
Didn't come through. And I can't believe them.
Welcome to another episode of Barbershop Talk Radio. I'm your host, Yun9.
And I'm Kim.
And today is
The 28th. April 28th.
April 28th, 2020. We're still in our quarantine
About
pandemic.
a month and a half into quarantine.
COVID-19, and
you went back to work this week?
I went back to work this week, so my quarantine, for me, technically has ended, where I'm still around idiots without masks, but we'll see. You know, I thought everyone should wear a mask, but everyone doesn't wear a mask.
So we just went to Crown Fried Chicken, and you should have seen the amount of people that were in there that were going in and out of the store without masks on. Like, I thought it was a requirement anytime you go in any store, especially for takeout, to wear a mask.
No,
there was like maybe one out of every 10 people had a mask on. Some people
just don't get this. They don't get what's going on. They don't get the idea.
Or they don't
understand.
care.
They don't care. Something's not right. There's a big, huge disconnect between what's happening to people and what's happening in the real world.
Yeah.
But,
and you can't really trust the fucking what the CDC's saying, because one minute they say one thing and then they're like, oh wait, you should have been doing this all along. Like,
yeah. So who knows what the hell is the truth? Just follow your gut and use your animalistic human instinct to stay alive and try your best not to be sick, because you're doing what you know is best, not what somebody told you.
You know,
you do what you think is best. You heard off of TV.
Yeah, because everybody's got a different opinion, and everybody's got something new to say.
The shit that people are saying on TV is not in your best interest at this point.
Everybody has something different to say about it. Some different way to prevent from getting in.
You can catch it, you can catch it, but you can't catch it again.
Yeah.
You can catch it, but you can catch it again. Who knows?
I saw this post on Facebook, girl. It kind of stuck with me. They're like, out of all this shit I did growing up, I'll be like super pissed if I die from touching my face. I just thought, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Oh, like, that does make sense. Because I'm like, I done a lot of fucked up shit in my life. That will suck if I die because I touched my face. Like,
yeah. Well, I'm sure if people die around you first,
yeah,
because you touched your face, I'm sure you'll find a special place in hell.
I told you, you went back to work. If you come,
the murderous touch your face section.
If you come home infected, I'm taking you out back.
It's over here. We're in the closet. You guys are low-key murderers, but you're still murderers.
If you come home infected, you're getting quarantined in the shed in the backyard.
Yeah.
I'll bring you food and water and leave it outside the door.
Shit. Have you chained in the back?
Yeah. You're chained in the shed in the back for 14 days.
Chained in the fucking pool shed?
Yep. If you come home infected.
Shit. Oh. My job is showing their ass. They told me if I don't return off unemployment,
if they were firing you, basically.
Fired, lose my job, and they're taking my unemployment away.
And they said that.
I'm like, is this legal? I'm like, well, dude, it's not safe. They're like, well,
they don't have to wear a mask.
They don't have to wear a mask.
Because it's not retail.
Like, what?
It's a warehouse.
So now I talked to somebody today, now they're changing their story. It's just a bunch of nonsense.
They tried to say they didn't have to wear a mask because they're not a retail store.
Just a bunch of nonsense. Let's pull up the fucking Eagles draft.
Oh, yeah, the pick.
Pull up the draft.
So, you weren't shocked that the Eagles took the quarterback in the second round?
I wasn't shocked. Absolutely not. I've been seeing Carson Wentz's flaws.
I know
and his insecurity and his low self-esteem, and not only that, but his mental weakness is what.
Not just that, he probably had like
the
worst season last year.
No,
I don't think he had a very good season. Like,
no, he didn't have a great season.
We watched multiple games, and he just looked like he was lost. And everyone blamed it on he didn't have any weapons on the field. He didn't
a lot
have
of games
this,
he was lost. A lot of games he was lost, but at the same time.
But when he did have weapons,
it was his worst season. Statistically, he had his best season, but morally and if you're using your eyes and see what you see, that wasn't his best statistical season. The year the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and won it was his best.
That was his best.
Season.
Yeah. Yes.
But at the same time, if you look at not only just that, but Carson Wentz is definitely has just not gotten better.
Mm-mm.
He hasn't gotten any better. He's still doing things that he's done since a rookie. he's shown signs glimpses of brilliance.
Yes.
But I've seen more bad football. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I've seen more bad football, and the fact that he's fragile is still has to be taken into consideration.
Ego, yes.
No, not just his ego. I'm not even talking about his fragile ego. I'm talking about his fragile body.
Oh, his fragile bones.
He can't stay healthy.
His fragile bones, like.
He can't stay healthy.
But they were saying online that might be a reason why they got a backup, because they expect him to get hurt.
And any way you slice it, however anyone wants to slice it, people can downgrade it and like, no, Carson Wentz is still the man. Look what they gave up for him.
The fact that they took
fact that they took a quarterback in the second round. Second round quarterbacks are not meant to be.
That means they don't. They're meant
to play.
Yeah,
they're meant to play at some point.
They don't.
They're not immediate plug-ins like first round picks, but at this, like how I see it, a second round draft pick, no matter who he is meant to be a impact player at some point in time in your season, and that's exactly what I believe that they're going to do with the Philadelphia Eagles, because I don't think Carson Wentz can stay healthy for one, and for two, I feel like he's regressed, and not to mention that. Did I say that he can't stay healthy yet?
Yes.
Okay. There we have
Last
it.
season was probably the first season he didn't get hurt, and he got hurt at the end. But
sometime he struggled against everybody talking about he won 4 games in a row. He won 4 games in a row and took us to the playoffs.
They don't have any weapons. Like they have
no weapons.
Yeah.
Like, listen, the Eagles team. This is a Super Bowl team that he had, and they just came off
a Super Bowl win.
A Super Bowl win a few years ago. And you're trying to tell me these players aren't good enough around them? Like the guys that he had out there playing. The guys he had out there playing, it didn't matter. Like
they were good enough the year they won.
They had the easiest schedule. Everyone wants to credit Carson Wentz for making the playoffs when he had the easiest schedule out of anybody in the league. And he blew one of the games. You lost to the Dolphins.
You
lost to the Dolphins. You lost to the Dolphins. You got in a dog fight with the dead Cowboys. The Giants and the Redskins almost beat you. Like, come on. Stop it. Come on. I don't care if he won the playoffs. And then once he goes up against a halfway decent team, for the second time of seeing him again, he gets his brains knocked out in the fucking first quarter. After the second drive or first drive.
Let's see what Rees thinks about them taking a quarterback. I know he's not an Eagles fan, but I know he saw the draft.
What's up, Rees? Welcome to Barbershop Talk Radio, player.
What's good, dog?
What up, dog?
We know you're not an Eagles fan, but what do you think about them picking a quarterback in the second round?
I think that was really pointless. I feel like the Eagles draft was really bad too. Like, it was really bad.
Talk a little louder.
I think their draft was really bad. I think the quarterback pick they made was really bad. I don't understand half the things they did. Seriously.
The draft was bad.
Oh, so you're saying the Eagles had a bad draft?
He said their quarterback pick was bad.
First of all,
you can't say it was bad, dude. It's an insurance policy. It's an insurance policy for Carson Wentz not being able to make it through a whole season.
Hey, yo, listen to this. I'm not even going to start. I'm not even going to start with Jalen Hurts. We're going to start with the pick y'all had where Justin Jefferson was on the board, and y'all took Rees.
Yeah.
I did not.
For some reason, they didn't take him.
Justin Jefferson is arguably the best receiver, maybe the best receiver in that draft. He was still on the board.
Why did he drop so far?
I don't know.
Why did he drop so far in the draft?
Listen, look, CD and Judy was gone. Y'all wasn't getting them. So you go get Jefferson, but you go get Rees. Come on, man. That's like, come on.
I have a feeling that everybody hates that pick, and it's going to wind up turning out good because everybody hates it.
What you talking about? The boy Jalen Rees?
Yeah. I don't like it either.
He's a playmaker, though. But at the end of the day, I can't take nothing away from him. But, bro, Justin Jefferson is on the board. Draft him. Like, what?
Yeah.
Go draft Justin Jefferson. Yo, now imagine if the Eagles would have got Justin Jefferson and Jalen Hurts. Oh my Lord! Like what?
I don't know about the Jalen Hurts pick. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, now Jalen Hurts. That's like a balance for the Eagles, like that draft pick, because like you said, like Wentz do get hurt a lot, but I could have used that pick to get something else. But at the same time, Wentz do get hurt. Wentz do get hurt a lot.
We really need it.
Right, but Wentz do get hurt a lot. So it's like,
oh, I know.
Yeah, he does get hurt a lot.
I watch it every year.
Yeah. Yep. But it's like, bro, I was so, like, I thought I was going to take Justin Jefferson. I'm like, oh, they ready to get Justin Jefferson. You need a receiver. I'm like, wow.
Wait, I don't know. I'm bugging.
He said Carson Wentz gets hurt.
What you think?
Oh, yeah, Carson Wentz does get hurt. Carson Wentz gets hurt
a lot.
Way too much.
Yeah, Rees just got hurt when I just watched Tyree level him on that pick.
Yo, I got hurt a couple times this year, but every time I got hurt, what happened? I got right back up.
I don't know. You didn't get right back up that time.
You got fucking clobbered on that Manny play, too. I thought you were done for it.
Oh, my God, that was the worst.
Yeah, the Manny play.
Sean let him out to dry.
I thought you...
Manny,
no, I'm not even going to lie.
It looked like he broke his neck.
I never even... Hold up. I ain't going to lie. I never told nobody this, but on that play, I tried to get a flag, but I didn't, I tried to get a flag on that play, but I just didn't.
He tried to get a flag.
Oh, yeah. No. You tried to get some head kicking on.
Something like, because he did hit the shit out of me. Like, damn.
Yeah, he did.
That was like a foot. That was a contact hit. That wasn't no rough touch. You know what I mean? Play. That was a football play right there. Damn.
Yeah, he ran through you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He didn't use his hands like you're supposed to. You're supposed to lead with your hands. So.
No, he definitely ran through you, bro. He
went
through you.
That's why I said I tried to get the flag, because you're not supposed to just run through. You're supposed to lead with your hands. You can't run into somebody with just your body. You got to use your hands as a shield.
Today was a nice-ass day, too, to play football.
Yeah, it was nice.
No, it really was.
Yeah.
You sure you tell me to get on the show?
Not that we would have been playing today, but...
Oh, yo. You know what? Hold up. Let's applaud Bill. Applaud Bill real quick. Bill, a great idea, man. It's not to reopen the whole, country, but he's saying that it could use, instead of sending all the kids back at one time, he said send the boys and then send the girls, or send the girls and send the boys on certain days. He said Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or something like, and Saturday, send the boys, and then the rest of the day send the girls. And then have them so you can separate them, and then be able to socially distance them from at a decent spot, at a decent width from each other. And then also you would be able to have the fucking janitors come in and clean classrooms, and then they have a certain amount of breaks per day. Do half days, do something, but they have to do something.
They can't send them back with masks.
Because you can't send all these kids back at the same time.
With masks.
Bro, you got it, bro.
The option.
I feel like the best, that's just too much. I think you should just homeschool them. Just keep them being homeschooled. Have the school send the work to their house through the mail. Have them do their work, send it home. You know what I mean? Not send it home, send it back to the school, and then, you know what I mean? Whatever. That's just too much, though, doing all that. Kids is not even going to want to do that, bro. You got to think about that. Kids is not going to want to do that shit.
No, it's already too late to send them back. They're already on summer mode anyway. You send them back, they ain't gonna do shit.
These kids forgot what school was, bro. They've been out of school for like a month and a half now.
Yeah, well, a month and a half is still not a whole marking period. I mean, it's basically
It's
basically an extended Easter
break,
/ spring break. That's all.
Oh, wow.
But we have to reopen this country somehow, eventually.
Yeah, we got to.
And that's pretty much what we can do. But I believe that's a good idea. I believe they should just
let
open
them
it.
Stay home. No, let them stay home.
Let them stay home.
I agree.
Let them all get taught by
Let
their
them go.
grandparents.
Like I said, let them get homeschooled, bro.
Drunk parents can teach them the rest of the year.
And then if they get sick, you know what I mean? They get sick. They got sick because that shit is in their house. Now, if they get sick at school, how they gonna know who got it at school? You know, it's like fucking 500, 600 students.
There you go. What you got to say about that, Slim?
Adam. Welcome
Slim
to
ain't even
Barbershop
on here.
Radio.
I don't know who you are, but you're at it.
I just added.
Hello? Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Hello.
Yeah, what's going on?
What up?
Announce yourself. What's your name? Speak.
It's the oldest man in the league.
Oh, my
Oldest
God.
man in the league.
Oh,
What's good, Ralph?
Mr. Panther.
Good, Ralphie Nader.
Oh, it's Ralph.
Ralphie Nader. What you mean? That's Ralphie Nader.
The president.
What's going on?
What's going on, buddy?
So,
How you been, man?
Good. So I'm calling for some good news because you guys are all negative here. But so listen, I'm talking to Bill, talking to Steve Kogel, talking to Eric. We are going to probably move the league from Deptford, get out of Deptford because they don't want us there anyway. They always complain, with the rain, the snow, the parking. So hopefully if this puppet of a governor opens up, we can play the other facility. It's only about 10 minutes down the road. It's Riverwinds. And Kogel has the contact. Yeah, Kogel has the contact. It's a beautiful field. We wanted to move there this year, but I don't know. It was too late by the time Bill paid money for Deptford.
Actually, Ralph, Riverwinds is a beautiful place. Period.
It is. It is. We saw it. The parking lot.
I used to go to Riverwinds and play basketball, and they got a huge gym. So it's like I already know they field probably looks twice as better.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful field. The field's beautiful. The grass. They'll take care of it. They'll line the field. So I'm just trying to get a feel for the league.
Wow.
So say we start maybe June 1st.
Oh, wow. I mean,
so
damn. So.
Go ahead.
You know what? To be honest with you, man, that's a breath of fresh air, man. So what do you think?
It is.
Say something happens, this prison. Say we all get paroled out of this prison within the next couple of weeks. You think we could still probably squeeze some kind of season out of this?
Well, listen, that's what we're trying to get a feel. Listen, we we got 2 games in, right? So we like to try to play the whole schedule, 9 games, and maybe early August will be the playoffs. I know it's hot, but we're just trying to get a feel to see who would go with it. I'm thinking most teams would go with it, and even if we have to do maybe the semifinals and the finals on the same day, whatever, but we could work something out. But I'm thinking...
we got to catch up and get to the fall season.
So it's all hope is
we
got
to at least get to...
We were supposed to get shit out of the fucking ball hawks this week, and we would have.
Well, you want me? Yeah, sure.
Applaud me.
If
Applaud me. Hold up.
Yeah, well, if we skip games.
Hold up. There we go. There we go.
Ralph the GOAT.
One too many Budweisers.
Go ahead, Ralph. My bad, man.
No, go ahead. So I'm just thinking, I want to put this out to everybody because Bill's determined to have the league. So, I mean, I'd hate to skip a couple games because, with you guys, everybody wants to beat the Braves. I don't know why everybody wants to beat the Braves, but
so that's why I like it, Ralph, because everybody Yo, hold up, because nobody in this league is honest. Everybody hates this, and they don't tell the truth. You just told the truth. Nobody has ever said that but you. We say that, but nobody else has ever said that, like from their own mouth, but you. That's crazy.
Right. I mean, listen, I think it's good for the league. The show's good.
Yeah, and
you get people fired up, whatever.
Bro, our little league, like outside of like all the little petty, bullshit. Like this, our league is a great league, and I love it. I like this league a lot,
Well, this is the listen. This league's been around since '92. I was in it since '92. It's the 77th year of the league. Think about that.
Wow.
So you had 77 years. 77. You had 77 leagues. It's crazy.
Season.
In like 20, 92, whatever the numbers come out there. It's like 25 years. So the league's still going strong. I know some people, get mad at Bill here and there, but Bill is big on discipline, and I think it works. I mean, hey, listen, does he make the right decisions every time? No, who does? But 90% of the time, I think 90% of the time, Bill does good. And listen, there's probably over 10,000 players that played in this league. So, I mean, I saw maybe 3 or 4 people that called Bill names to his face. Besides that, I don't think anybody has a problem with Bill for the league.
No, Bill does do good in the league. He definitely does.
Let's applaud him. Let's applaud him.
I think the only thing we could probably do better, is just probably with like getting more teams like involved, getting our name out there, and I would say referees. That's my biggest problem. We need more referees on the football field. Because I think it's like, what is it, like 3 refs per field or something like that? It's 3, right?
Yeah, it's 3 refs per game, I think.
Yeah, well, it depends on who you count as a ref.
Because it's always not a ref on one side of the field, So it's like, and I witnessed that because of missed calls, all that. Like, but like I said, I love this league. I'm gonna keep coming out here and keep playing and shit. But like I said, it's just we got to get more teams involved too. We got to get more teams. This year, we getting started. We just keep building off that.
Hey, Ralph.
Yeah, go ahead.
Be honest now.
Go ahead.
Now, be honest, and I want you to be completely honest. Do you think that the Braves not only can compete on an elite level, win on an elite level?
This is what I'll say about the elite. This is the teams just being elite. Ready? Okay, you got the first 4 teams. You got Rock Bottom, Camden, Pat Barr's team. He always changes his name. Was the Steel City. Larry's team. I think I talked to Anthony Grasso briefly at the meeting, and he said if he has his schedule, if he has his roster, because he was talking about people playing the XFL or a couple tryouts for the NFL. If he has his roster, he would play elite, which he should because he's got an elite team. Who's next? Tom Graff's team absolutely should go elite. They have guys from the Michaels or whatever they were involved. They should absolutely play for the elite. And with you guys are the Braves or borderline. If you want to play, you can. If not, I don't. It'd be up to you guys. I would think you're borderline.
We play down to our competition, basically. That's just what it is. We play down to our competition, basically. We struggle with teams like Colonial Diner, Monster.
Right.
We used to struggle with Monster, shit like that. I know what you mean, but when we play those good teams, we can play with them.
That's what I'm saying. Well, listen, you can play with them, and here's the thing. I used to fight with Bill for years. I always wanted an elite division. We used to have, I think Jimmy was saying, or whoever, it used to be A, B, C, D, sometimes E.
Right.
And then everybody would play each other. See, when I had my rock bottom team, my guys would not come out and play crappy teams. And I'm not calling teams crappy. It's just like some teams want to play with their friends, and that's fine. And they want to stay in whatever it was, C or D. But it'd be 21-0 in the first half. And, I pushed this for years. Finally, Bill let it happen. We had 8 teams, 10 teams, and we would just play each other. So then it got down to 6. Then it got down to 4. Bill said, Ralph, we can't do this. Well, I have to agree with him. But it's tough to come. So if Rock Bottom's playing or Camden, it's tough to come out and play a lesser team. So obviously, the teams are going to come up. Yeah, you want to, if you're Colonial or whoever, the Braves or Ravagers, yeah, sure, you want to come out, you want to play elite team. But what do you have to lose? Because if you're not playing them in the playoffs, why would you get up? I want to be honest with you, I never get up for these games. I would take myself out at halftime and let everybody play. So that's the deal. I mean, and I heard Sean say, well, we get up to play the big games, and then when he played the following week, I think I struggled. And Sean's like, well, it's hard to get up. I mean, you can't have it both ways. So I always say, listen, if you're an elite, you should just play elite teams, play them twice. But, Bill's against that. I used to fight with him, so I got to go with him because he said a lot of teams want to play the elite team. For me, I don't. Why play elite teams when we're not going to play them in the playoffs? If you want to play elite, then you go off in the elite.
Yeah. If you're like a lower division team,
one here, Tim. Everyone got quiet. Jim, you there?
What's up?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
You there? Ralph is here.
I know, it's crazy. What's up?
Ralph, it's like 10:30, dude. It's way past your bedtime. What are you doing on here?
Well, first of all, listen. You know why I don't call in? Because I get up at 4:30 in the morning because I work, but I'm off this week. So, Jimmy, now I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you tonight, Jim.
Oh, I know.
Ooh, there we go. Let's go.
Who else is on? Hopefully that's it. Don't
we got Rees.
else.
I forgot.
Ralph.
I found out what I was saying. What up? I was saying like Ralph said teams would be scared to play elite teams. That should push. Like if you're a lower division team like A, B, whatever, that should push you to play an elite team to see where you really at. Like, I don't understand that. That's backwards.
Right. Well, I mean, listen, it's up to you guys. Listen, I say this. I've been in the league, like I said, since '92. If your roster has an elite players on there, you should be an elite. So I think, like I said, if Anthony Grasso's team, if he has his regular people, he should go elite. I think he would want it. Tom Graff has an elite roster. And like I said, the Braves, I don't know everybody, but you guys are always tough. You play each other. So you could go either way. If you want to go A, I don't think anybody has a problem. If you want to go elite, you can go elite. I think, what's the next team you guys talking about? The Gloucester team? The Gloucester team is a very good team. They're coming up. They're learning. But they're not ready for elite either. So I think that's the 6 teams that should go elite. If somebody else wants to come up, that's great. If they want to do it, they should do it. But if you have a roster elite, you can't not go.
He said Grasso's team.
Okay, yeah, all right. My bad.
Grasso's team, Graff's team.
My fault. You're right.
Yeah.
My bad.
But I don't think
Jeff
said he.
Jeff, for you, I like
before the use. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, just let me say this, and I like Jeff's passion.
I'm sorry,
Jeff, you're like myself back in the day. Camden, Pat Barr's team. There's a couple other teams that they wanted to be the number 1 team in the league. And I know you break balls and you get guys going. You make videos. That's great. I mean, you put yourself out there. Most teams don't like to do that. It's a lot of pressure, but listen, eventually you want to be the number 1 team, so you got to start talking shit, because you want everybody to come in. What's the saying? Bring it, don't sing it. So when you have the opportunity and you start beating these teams, then you're in. You see what I'm saying? But now teams are going to come hard after you, so you got to be ready.
I ain't worried about them. I ain't worried about nothing.
That's right.
I ain't worried about nothing.
He said you remind him of young him.
Okay.
He wanted to be the best too.
Yo, I want to be the best.
That's
I
a
want my team
compliment, Jim. You say thank you. You say thank you when Goat say that, Jim. Say thank you.
Huh?
Yo, go ahead, Jim. What were we going to say?
Go ahead, Jimmy. Let's hear what you're going to say.
No, you said something about Graf.
Yeah.
I talked to Graf before the season started, and he told me he was staying in the A. But that was before the season started.
I mean,
so I don't know.
listen. I mean, I played softball for 30 years too. If you got an elite roster, you can't play in the A. That's bad, dude. I played against them guys. He's got an elite team. So what does he want to play in the A for? I don't get it.
I agree.
He said that before the year. Like I don't want to. Like I said, I'm not putting words in his mouth now. I don't know but before the season started, I asked him, and he said he wants to play a season with these guys in the A first. So I don't know now, but before the season, that's what he said. That's all.
Why would anything have changed?
Tom Graf,
Why would anything
Tom
have
Graf
changed?
and the Ball Hawks are
Played 2
afraid
games.
of the elite. Tom Graf and the Ball Hawks are afraid of the elite.
He's listening. We know he's listening too.
Yeah, I said it, Tom Graf. Ball Hawks got a problem.
I'm not dude. Listen to you. What are you? Dude, you want to stay in the A
You
too?
always want to shoot the gun,
there?
Mar. Like, damn.
What'd you say, Reese?
I said
It wasn't.
you always
Oh, my
want to shoot
bad.
the
Go ahead,
gun.
Reese.
I said you always want to shoot the gun. Dang.
All right, my bad.
God. Ain't that new?
Hey, my bad.
Tom Graf.
I'm just telling Tom Graf how I feel inside.
He knows.
This wasn't feeling during time. My bad.
He knows that you guys would have beat the Ball Hawks.
We would have beat the Ball Hawks this past week, and maybe we will in the future.
Hold on.
Sean,
Aren't you the same as Tom? Don't you want to stay in the A too?
No, I don't. Not anymore. I want the crown.
You changed your mind now? Oh, okay. You changed your mind now? All right.
Giant there is.
You know what? Val kind of gave him ammunition the other day, and now he's like, he wants to move up. He's like,
man, don't buckle under peer pressure, man. Who cares what they say?
It ain't buckling, bro. I'm going to prove something, bro. My guys are ready to prove something, and we're going to do it. And proving to win an A is not good enough. I want an elite championship. I feel like our guys are ready to do it, and I think we can do it.
He actually said the A might be easier, or the elite might be easier than the A.
It would be a shorter journey.
Yeah, a shorter journey, but you've already beat 2 out of the 4.
Yeah, we dominated
Kim, will you stop? Get the hell out of here, dude. The elite easier than the A. Get out. Would you stop it?
Listen,
hey, it might be.
Listen, I think Sean is a top 3 quarterback in the league. I said it. I think Rees is a top
receiver.
I don't even know what number to put on him. I don't even know where to put the number.
He's definitely a top 5.
He could be a number
Rees is
3. He could be from 1 to 3.
Rees is a top 50 receiver in this league. I'll give you that.
No.
He's top 5.
I'm top 3. I'm top 3.
I haven't seen many that are better.
I'm top 3, baby.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't seen many that are. I have not seen more impressive receivers out there than Rees. Not many.
Applaud him.
Kim, you haven't seen me. You haven't seen me back in the day when I was
You're right. I never saw you as a receiver. I heard you were pretty good out there.
You've only seen Jerry Atrick, Jim.
I've seen him volley the ball out of the end zone.
You've only seen Jerry Atrick, Jim. Arthritic Jim. Jim with 2 hip
yeah, I would say
in the knee brace. Like
I would say I'm a top 3 DB in the league. I would say that.
Top 3 DB.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Bro, just play your position. Dang.
Listen, Ralph.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
I hope we have this season, bro.
What?
Like, from the bottom of my heart, I really hope we have something to consider a season. Hope somebody takes a trophy home.
Jim, did you hear earlier Ralph said that he was talking about moving to the Riverwinds field?
No, I didn't hear that at all. No, I didn't.
Ralph, go ahead. School him real quick.
He wasn't on the line.
Hold on.
Wait, Jim, why would you hear about it? Why?
What do you mean? No. He asked. I was watching TV. I wasn't listening earlier.
You're not a player right now, boss. Of course you won't hear about it.
Oh, but he will be again.
No, but Jim's a personality and a commodity in his league.
Yeah, like that's
part of Barbershop Talk Radio.
When Reese said that, that's supposed to hurt my feelings. Like, fuck out of here.
Look at it. He's crying about it now.
Tell him about the midfield.
So, Jimmy, I was talking to Bill. Actually, I brought it up with Eric a couple weeks ago. You know, Coco has a contact for Riverwinds. Now, we were going to try to play there this year, but Bill already put his money in for Defford. And listen, Bill got grandfathered in at Defford. They don't want us there. They always complain. They raise the fees. You know, he's got to put this there. He's got to put that there. If it rains, they call him. He can't play. Possible snow. He's not allowed to be in the parking lot. So they won over. Kogo and Bill went over to, Riverwind, saw the field. The field's beautiful. The parking lot's like 20 feet from the field, right? So it was too late anyway because Bill already put the money in. So we're talking to Bill. I was like, Bill, we got to get out of there. So he agreed that we got to get out of there. So if they open up the parks, which that's part of a park, Riverwinds, we can play there. Kogo called. I'm pretty sure he's got it, like 95%. And we're going to play there. So we want to play there, but we want to move the league there for the rest of the time. Because parking's easy. It's only about 10 more minutes from Defford anyhow. It's not like it's like Clayton and everything like that. Everybody will love the field.
The field is crazy. I know for a fact the field is crazy. I know the
I've seen it too.
Right.
There isn't.
And
it's in Defford.
So I think that's the best of the league. West Defford, right. It's exit, I think, 19 or, it's 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes from the exit off 295.
It's not far from the field now. It's a little bit further than the field now.
So he's actually talking about having some kind of season this year? It's like week 8 already or something, isn't it?
What's that?
Yeah.
Isn't it like week 7 or 8 right now?
Jim, if we start June 1st, we can probably get 7 weeks in, and then the playoffs will be early August. I mean, listen, I called to get a feel.
That'd be great.
I called to get a feel for everybody. So, I know, like, what do we got? Like 2 million listeners come here because Jimmy.
Something like that, 2 million.
At least.
We're getting there.
I know. So, I mean, it's not like when Jimmy scores and he goes down on his knees. There's nothing like it.
Whatever.
Anyhow, I just can't. Jim, calm down. Anyhow, so if we can get the whole league, if everybody agrees to it, and then we play, early August, and then we have a month off, and then we start up again.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't think we're ready.
I'm just talking for other people. Like I mean, summertime. Well, I don't know if they're going to open the shores and all that shit. But do you think every single team's going to stay in the league if it runs into August?
No,
people are still going to.
We'll give people a choice. If we have the majority of the teams, why not play? I mean, what's the difference? You have 12 or 14 or 10.
You got to think about it.
I can't believe anybody won't play
anyway. The league is out the way. It's Sunday mornings. Like, if you don't go to church, you ain't doing nothing. Come on now.
Well, I agree. I thought of Grasso right away because I know he only usually plays like one season, so I don't know if he had shit going on in the summertime or, you know what I mean.
And Johnny said on the last show that a lot of people can't play in the summer because people have shore houses, they go away on vacation. So I know he said some of his players wouldn't be able to play in the summer.
Oh well.
The thing is, the shore fully ain't going to be open. There's a lot of businesses closed, so whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's there's really nothing to do. I mean, softball plays into August, so, I mean, I know it's hot, but come on. I mean, we're grown men. Jimmy played sports. Right?
Let's go. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to have my guys out there ready to play.
Mask and all.
Even if we need to wear a mask. Even if we got to sanitize on every play. Let's go.
We'll spray the field with Lysol first.
Let's go. I'm ready to play. I'm sick of this shit.
We'll
so, like I said,
listen.
When the parks open up, we're gonna play. That's just fine. That's just,
And that's a fact.
Bottom line.
And the parks is going to open up in less than a month. I can guarantee that. Because
Ralph, let me ask you this: he wants to keep Riverwinds for good now, like even in the fall too. Like he wants Riverwinds instead of Deptford now.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
We did our best to that field already, man. We terrorized that field, bro. I don't want that shit no more.
Deptford. Could break his
I
balls
love Deptford, man. Like you have a sentimental value to Deptford, I do.
Now, come on, listen. We gotta make a move. We could get more teams. The fields are better.
We're gonna get Western right. Exactly. We're gonna get more people.
Outside, I went to a birthday party for my niece.
Hold on. What's your basis on we're gonna get more teams if he plays in West Deptford? I don't think that makes any. Like, what does that mean?
What are you talking about? It's going to be more competition. It's going to be different teams.
Like, everything you get to there. It's right by the lake, get Deptford.
A couple people were talking. I don't know. Say it again.
I said different people is going to hear about the league from different places.
Sure.
So that would mean
better
more teams or whatever, or more players, whatever.
No, I agree with
Listen,
you. I threw the ball around there a few times. It is very, very nice. It's like the grass is green and shit. It's real nice. But
as soon as I heard Riverwind, as soon as I heard Ralph say Riverwind, I was like, oh wow, yeah, that's Ralph. That's Ralph. That's his always flash.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not a Debbie Downer. I don't think it's going to bring more teams out if you say you're playing in West Deptford instead of Deptford. Like, you really think teams didn't like it?
West Deptford, I mean, it's a whole different location. So if Bill, like, not even Bill, if we, like, you know what I mean, get it out there, people see us playing, they go like, who that? They gonna watch, like, yo, how much it is to get in here? Like, what I gotta do to get in the league? Whatever. They're gonna start playing over there.
Nobody sees behind
you just gotta be optimistic. You gotta be optimistic.
All right. I'll be optimistic then. All right.
Ain't funny as hell, boy.
No, I'm sure. I mean,
you still there?
I want to.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just.
Don't
I'm
pass
just
out. Shut up. You sleep, boy. You sleep.
Nah,
Joe, your eyes closed.
Everybody just
Sean,
keep
your
talking.
eyes not closed right now?
Y'all ain't leaving me no room to talk.
No,
we just don't want you to talk. That's all.
There you go.
I got a question for Eastwood. Eastwood,
he's
so
so
you wear extra small? You wear extra small?
Nah, mini small.
Extra medium. What do you wear? I got his number written down. But anyway, what do you think about?
I'm not extra medium now. I'm large now, sitting around doing nothing.
You lying? You ain't no large.
What do you think? What do you think about that move? Would that be a move that you would like?
I like Deptford. I like Deptford High. I like Deptford High School only because it's so close.
Territory.
But I've never been to River. I don't know if I've ever been to Riverwinds. You heard me?
Okay. All right. You've never been to Riverdale.
All right, so let's see. Ralph, Jim, you guys all watch the NFL. What do you guys think about the Eagles picking a quarterback in the second round?
I thought it was horrendous. Horrendous.
You thought it was horrendous?
Yeah, it was too. And I'm not really a hater. Like, I mean, I root for the Eagles. I'm not like a diehard. Like, it doesn't. Like, I don't call up shows like crying and when they lose and stuff. But it just, you can't take a quarterback in the second round. That was so bad. I mean, you got a young quarterback already. I thought it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I said that too.
Yeah.
I applaud. Let's applaud the Eagles.
You're just you can't comment on it. You're such a Carson Wentz hater, dude. Like, you don't. Like,
No.
Carson Wentz hater.
I wouldn't say he's a Carson Wentz hater, but watch. This, like, at the end of this season, you'll be like, you know what? Jeff was right. Because for some reason, he's good at predicting these things ahead of time. He did it with many other people, like, they're going to get rid of him. They're going to get rid of him. And everybody's like, no, they're not.
Yeah, you're right.
No, they're not.
Right.
And they end up.
You Yeah, you're right. Nick Foles was really good last year in Jacksonville. You're right. He is right about these things. Get the fuck out of here. You out of your fucking mind.
He said he was going to get rid of Nick Foles.
I said Nick Foles.
Yeah, and he said Nick Foles, and he said Nick Foles was good. He got beat out by Gardner Minshew. Oh my God! Get out of here.
He's so mad that I said that Nick Foles is better than Sam Bradford and Mark Sanchez, and he was like, he argued with me at work the whole day about it. And I'm like, that was
right. Like 10 years ago, and we were talking about backup quarterbacks. You said this dude was a stud. He went to Jacksonville and he sucked. He got benched for a rookie last year.
That was one season, bro. That was one season.
And he got hurt. He played his best in Philly.
Yeah, he had 2 good games in Philly. Like, come on.
Oh, only the Super Bowl. Stop it.
I said 2. He played good against the Vikings and good against the Patriots.
Stop.
Yo, Jim, remember when he threw 7 touchdowns against the Raiders, though?
Oh, yeah, what
I
about
do remember that. He lost in the first round of the Saints. Yeah, thanks. I do remember that. Thanks. That's a good point.
Okay, you said he only had 2 good games. That's a lot.
Well, people are not talking. People are jocking him because of those 2 games. His last 2 games. The Minnesota
he was damn near. He was damn near perfect.
So you're a big
He had a whole playoff run, Jim.
Yes.
That's 3 games. That's like 3.
I said he had 2. The guy is, oh my God, I can't even believe I'm still talking about this. The guy is a backup every single place he's gone. It's facts. Every place the guy has played, he's been a backup everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I don't know how you're arguing.
Put it like this. If Eagles would have kept Nick Foles and traded Wentz or made Wentz their backup, Foles would have shined in Philly, point blank. He would have shined in Philly.
Yes, sir. I agree with you, Reese. I agree with you.
Should have made Wentz the backup.
Carson Wentz should have had a
competition
on his job.
I got a question.
It should have had a compete for his job.
Yeah.
Jim. What you think about the Eagles passing on Justin Jefferson for the Bull Rees?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know too much about the college receivers. Like, that's another thing. Like, all these people.
All right, well, listen. I'll tell you that. I'll fill you in. Justin Jefferson is the best, probably top 3 receivers in college football. The two was already taken off the board. Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb. Then you got Justin Jefferson. You feel me? Rieger only had 400 yards. Hold up. Rieger had 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. That was his stat.
Okay, see that's just you're just a typical non-knowledgeable Eagle fan because the guy was on LSU. Okay, hold on. You talk. You talked already. It's my turn. Okay, so the guy had 100-some catches in college for LSU, who had the number 1 quarterback and tons of receivers. You think he's going to translate that to the NFL? Come on, dude. Are you out of your mind? He played in the Big 12. Bro, nobody plays.
He would have been good for y'all, bro. Justin Jefferson, bro. Wentz can throw the fucking ball. You're tripping. He would have gave the ball to Justin Jefferson at the end of the day. You feel me?
You just said Foles is better, though.
Who y'all got right now? Who's your quarterback right now?
Carson Wentz.
All right, he can throw the ball. I'm not saying
Jefferson's.
You want me to say?
I'm not saying Jefferson's bad. I'm not saying he's bad, but like all these people talking about his stats, like, dude, don't go over college stats because they mean absolutely nothing. Like the NFL and college is a completely different game. I'm not saying he's bad.
Listen,
I don't know nothing
about
the guy from
player though, bro. You got y'all draft grade
maybe
bad.
I think the draft was bad. Well, with the second round pick made the draft horrible, but I'm not going to kill them for the first round pick. I don't know nothing about that guy. He played at TCU. Like I don't know. You know what I mean?
All right, I give you that. I give you that that you don't know nothing about neither of them. But that's bad though. I'll just say that. Just like you said, that's bad. The second round, the first round was even worse, bro.
I mean, the second round was just ridiculous. I mean, it just didn't make any sense.
Second round was necessary.
Jalen Brieger went to Philly the very next pick. Justin Jefferson went to Minnesota.
The second round was necessary for the Eagles. The Eagles do not believe that Carson Wentz can either stay healthy for one, or good enough, and they overpaid him. It's one or the other.
I mean, he got ball out. But no, he don't got no choice but to ball out like the season before he got hurt.
He needs competition.
But they
didn't help. They didn't help him at all. They didn't help him out at all. They're picking all these like how do you not go?
He got a better team right now. Though. You do.
Well, I mean, don't be more healthy this year, but I mean, Marquise Goodwin, is he real good? No.
He got D-Jack Alshon. He got the Bull Rieger now. Ertz.
Alshon's not even. He's not even going to play in the beginning of the year.
That's still got him, though, right?
Yeah, he's still on the roster.
That's how Duke got him. Yeah, I'm about to say he's going to start if he's on our roster.
No, he's hurt though. I don't think he's going to be healthy for the first few games or some shit. He had like a real serious foot injury.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yo,
Rob,
they should. Rob, what do you think about it?
Yeah.
I think they're going to, the Eagles always trying to outsmart everybody in the draft, but I think they're going to use Hurts like the guy down in New Orleans.
I agree, Jason.
Absolutely.
No,
why would they? There's no way they would draft him. They're not going to use him. But they use him like you said, Wentz gets hurt, and he'll probably come in at the first downs and near the goal line, whatever. But the question is, how would Wentz deal with that? That's the thing.
I just don't think he's that good. I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good, though. I really don't.
Well, he's a system quarterback. He's a system quarterback. You put him in a good system, and he'll be all right. But
player. I'll give you have to. I give Hurts. I have to give Hurts that. Like, he is a good player, But
he's a winner. I mean, he wins wherever he goes.
He had one good year, man. Like he got benched. He got benched in the championship.
He
couldn't
do
shit.
He was a freshman. He was 19 years old.
Dude,
in the national championship against.
Dude, he was on Alabama, dude. Like Alabama can win with being a quarterback, dude. And then he got benched in the championship game.
He was a 19-year-old quarterback, bro. What are you talking?
He ain't no good, dude. Jalen Hurts is he's not. Jalen Hurts is not an NFL quarterback, dude.
Jim, technically, Carson Wentz only had one good year.
Well, exactly.
All right,
exactly. Let's talk about.
So you're comparing.
Exactly.
So you're comparing. I can't argue with a Wentz hater. Like you're comparing Jalen Hurts to Carson Wentz. Like, come on, dude. Like seriously, stop. He was the MVP. He was the MVP in the NFL in 2017.
I heard before.
He was the MVP of the league.
Good college career. Jalen
Matt Ryan.
Matt
Ryan. Cam Newton. Drew Rees, once upon a time, was the league MVP, but they're not that guy anymore. And their MVPs were a couple years earlier. Like Aaron Rodgers, MVP. He's not that guy anymore.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, MVP. He's not that guy anymore. Carson Wentz is not that guy.
Okay, so
Carson Wentz is not that guy that he was his second year. He's not.
So that makes sense. So your argument is Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Tom Brady aren't like good anymore. Like that's your argument. Like what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Who's good? Besides who's good?
What I'm saying is these guys are consistently.
Mahomes, Jackson, Watson, and them is better.
Whatever. Okay, that's fine. I don't even know why I entertain it.
The new quarterbacks of the league is Mahomes, Jackson, Watson. Who else?
Jackson.
They got
Jackson.
Get the fuck out of here, Jackson. Are you out of your? Yeah.
I can't listen to a Lamar hater. I can't listen to a Lamar hater.
No, you can't. Because I have no basis.
No, he's changing the game right before you.
Hold on. Yeah, you're right, dude. You're right. Yeah, he was phenomenal against the Chargers in the playoffs last year, and he was phenomenal this year. Get out of here. I went 2 in the playoffs. Give me a break. Lamar Jackson. Get out of here, Lamar Jackson.
Carson Wentz got himself knocked out in the first drive because he's an idiot.
Oh, and Carson Wentz. You got to throw Wentz in there just because you feel me. Just respect.
Matt Ryan is better than Carson Wentz right now.
I said Dak Prescott.
Matt Ryan's good, dude.
Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz right now.
Nah, they balance. They equal to me.
I'll take Dak Prescott right now over Carson Wentz.
No.
Carson Wentz is not that
They did
good.
the same thing. Well, I don't know.
He's skittish in the pocket. He's skittish in the pocket. He can't process information fast enough, and he doesn't know how to read defenses on a consistent basis. And he has none at all. He has no quarterback clock in his head. He has no pocket awareness at all. He's fucking stupid.
My boy Miss Foles. Miss Foles,
Honestly, I do. I do miss Miss Foles.
Jim, I got a question for you. Who's your best NFL quarterback in the league right now?
Tom Brady.
I mean, it's obviously. I mean, it's easy, dude. Of course, it's Mahomes.
It's Patrick Mahomes.
I was about to say, he's the best quarterback in the league right now.
Without a doubt.
He's been for a long time.
I agree.
And who's your top 5? All right, continue. Top 5.
Mahomes, definitely Mahomes. Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes.
Lamar Jackson.
Man,
Tom Brady.
I'm not going to say him. I'm not going to say him. Brady's old, but I think Tampa's going to be good though.
No way.
So, of course, we going.
I'm telling you right now, Tom Brady's gonna have the worst season of his life. Him and Gronk are gonna retire. That's my prediction. They're gonna retire.
Of course, we going off last season too. Go off last season, like your best quarterback.
What do you mean go off last season? I mean, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to say Lamar Jackson. Like, dude,
Lamar Jackson.
I'm just like, who's your? It's common sense, dude. It's just common sense. Stop it. You feel me?
I'm not saying the dude's trash, but I think I said it. I said it on the show last season.
Bro, he's changing. He just broke Vic record. Point blank, simple.
Lamar Jackson.
See, all you look at is stats, Reese. Like that's all you're about, dude. That don't mean anything.
I look at. First of all, that's a big thing, but that's not all I look at. No, like for like this is my honest opinion on Mahomes. I've never seen a quarterback that good in my life on TV. Never in my life. You feel me? Like
I can't argue that. Although they still should have lost the Super Bowl, but whatever.
Bro, he do shit that is just impossible. Like, come on, man. Like,
he is amazing.
I never seen that shit before, bro. Half the shit he do.
Yeah, well, you see me play, so I mean it's almost equivalent to him.
The dude was looking at his coach on the sideline and threw the ball in the middle of the field. Like, who does that?
Yo. Time out. I'm shutting y'all mics off except for Ralph. I have a question. Shut them all off except for Ralph. Ralph. Shut them all off except for Ralph.
All right, Ralph.
Ralph, you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I've had a debate. I've had a debate over the past couple of weeks on the Barbershop Talk radio show about who was the better quarterback, Egan or Tyree. Now,
no, that wasn't your question. Who does more for their team?
Who does more for their team?
Not who's
Egan or Tyree?
Who is a franchise quarterback, basically?
They're both franchise quarterbacks.
No, that was your question.
No. Who does? Yeah, you're right. Who does more for their team?
Egan
or Tyree?
You know, I'm gonna listen. Tyree's a good friend of mine, so I want to say Tyree because Tyree's a different kind of quarterback than Egan. They're two different kind of quarterbacks, right? Egan will sit back, 20 yards. He's not really going to scramble, but he does have a little bit of mobility for him, and he'll fire the ball. Now Tyree can stand 5-6 yards from the line of scrimmage, run a play, or he can stand back, or he can run. So overall,
Ralph. Did you say that Egan has a little bit of? Did you say Egan has a little bit of mobility with him?
Yeah, he does. You know why? He gets people with that. You guys, listen. You guys are laughing. I've seen him do it many times. Just pull my hair out of my team. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Many times he'll pump fake them guys. He'll slide in the pocket and he'll throw the ball. No, I mean that was a couple of years ago, but.
All right, I'm sorry. I couldn't control myself. Go ahead. Continue.
No, his whole point was if you take Egan off of Camden will still be great because they'll put Bam, they'll get Jim, Sean, they'll get another quarterback, and Camden will still be great. But if you took Tyree off of Rock Bottom is not going to be great without Tyree.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think that Rock Bottom's a good team, but they go as Ty goes. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the greatest defense in the world. They got to remember when Tyree took over the team, the first year he lost in the semifinals, and then he won the 9 straight championships. I think he won 3. You know, so 3 out of 9. That's not bad. It's tough, and he doesn't really have the same players every year. So, you know, it's tough for Ty because I played for the Panthers, and I told Diz that at the end of me playing, I would play for him. So I like Diz. You know, we always got along. But Diz, it's a family team. It's hard because, and I used to play, like I said, in the elite or whatever, the A. Now it's, you know, elite. But democracy makes for a wishy-washy team. So to me, if everybody gets along, it's hard to win because you know, I'm not saying you have to fist fight. Don't get me wrong, but if everybody gets like, what dynasty do you see in any, you know, sports league, this professional sports league, that teams get along? Look at the New England Patriots. Not that they hate each other, but Brady and Belichick go at each other. Magic Johnson used to go after all the guys on his team. Michael Jordan. You know, when everybody gets along, it's like
your team. Then. Maybe
we get along.
As they say,
it's different though.
We get along, gets along though.
We get along, but it's different though.
There's no animosity on your team.
I'm not saying best of friends. I'm just saying, like, when you get out in the field, you gotta kind of like, you know, you gotta call people out if they're not doing their job. And if you get offended, well, too bad. And pick up your game. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about talking bad about the person.
You saying the Panthers are too family oriented?
Too friendly?
Friendly?
Yeah, like listen, somebody said it last week. I think Val said it. He's like, yeah, when we play the Panthers, we're like, we don't want to hit this guy, we don't want to hit that guy. Like when we played Steel City the other day. I mean, I know they didn't have Matt, and they were missing a few guys, but they don't play they don't like the rushers. Like when I used to play against them, before I played for Rock Bottom, even when I used to play for Larry's team, they used to kill me. You know, they tried to knock me out of the game over here. They don't even hit me. They let me throw the ball. You know what I mean? So it's different. Like it's different because like this treats it like a family. So it's his team. It's hard at sometimes because players come late and not not everybody's on the same page. But this is like Ralph. You know, they paid their money and that's what they do. So you know, sometimes
this is a good dude. He is a good guy.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, when I went down to A, I didn't realize that a lot of teams love to play, and I'm not saying they don't want to win, but they just love to play the game. So they'll have the like I can't see playing in a league and not want to win. Like whatever you're in, A, B, C, or elite, like you want to win, but it's all right for these guys. These guys take losing like I on the sideline before the games. I'm like I go nuts for talking about the Eagles game. Like Eagles should do this, the Eagles should do that. I'm like, what? It's like we're there for 6 minutes, an hour and a half.
We fight and curse each other out after a loss. We're about to fight after a loss. Yeah, let's bring these guys back. We're about to scrap after a loss.
Exactly.
Everyone starts attacking Sean.
I slapped Sean around.
Reese slapped him.
I put Sean in the headlock.
How dare you do that to me?
We'll slap him around. We all take shots at
all my teammates. All my teammates, my little homies.
Yeah, like it used to take me 2 or 3 days to get over it. 2 or 3 days to get over a loss. I go nuts after
at least, yeah.
I haven't gotten over some Patriots loss. I still haven't gotten over it.
Still got a bad taste in your mouth.
You know what? To be honest with you,
I told you that, yo. I told you
None of us have. None of us have.
I told you that.
That's why I know we all love this league, bro. We haven't even gotten over this loss.
I'm good, dude. Jim, they've been on the face chat like, what are we going to do to beat the Patriots? They're not in the season. They're not in the league this season, but what are we going to do to beat them? I think I got a plan to beat him next season.
Yo, Scott, my buddy Scott called me today. I literally talked to him just today. We were talking about the league, and he is like already telling me, he's like, you got to get something together in the fall. He's already saying, he's like, it'll be me, you, and he's like, we got to get something together. I'm like, dude, I'll try. So I know he's jonesing to play bad. So
you need to go recruit, bro. Go recruit, damn.
And he said if Reese covers him when we play the Braves, he's gonna cook him too. I said, yeah, I know.
Not gonna happen.
You know what? I might step to Uncle Scott this time. I just might.
Uncle Scott. Uncle Scott.
Papa Scott. G Dad. Listen. We haven't gotten over that loss. But you know who else hasn't gotten over a loss that we've beaten?
Rock Bottom.
No, Rock Bottom's gotten over it.
Prospects.
The Prospect.
Rock Bottom has not gotten over it.
The Prospect, and I can't keep saying this.
Rock Bottom has not gotten over it. You were just talking to Tyree last week, and he's like, I know what I need to do to beat you guys.
Well,
he already has his move plan for the next game. He has not gotten over it.
All right, maybe he hasn't.
Prospect.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he hasn't over it.
The Prospect.
Wait, Kim, Tyree said, Reese said that, yo.
What'd you say, Jim?
I said, nah.
The Prospect.
Said that. That's funny.
The Prospects haven't gotten over it because you bring it up every show and make videos about it. That's why they haven't gotten over it. You remind them every single week, dude. I didn't even see this until a few days ago that when Kim, when you posted Jeff's the YouTube video to Larry, I saw Greg and Reese going at it a little bit on the Facebook. I didn't even see that until a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was only Greg though. It wasn't Larry. It was just Greg.
Larry will comment.
Greg's upset. Yeah, Greg's upset.
Yo, he's gonna comment.
Larry will not comment. We tried to instigate it. He won't take the bait.
Yo.
You know how you seen all that, right? He commented on my post the other day talking about some other shit, trying to be my friend. Nigga, stop commenting on my shit. What the fuck, nigga?
He was killing Jeff, dude. He was killing Jeff.
Yo, people threaten me.
Yeah.
All that,
I have no life.
Yeah. He's gonna tell you. He's gonna tell you when he sees you.
When he sees me, he's gonna tell me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then he commented on my status the other day. I forgot what it was. He commented on it saying something.
It's just trash talk. I don't think anybody's really too serious about like fighting on that stupid shit.
Oh, I don't know. People always get personal. Bro, people get personal for what reason, bro?
Yeah, but they get personal on Facebook, though. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole different story.
Media. That's not me. I don't get personal with people on social media.
I don't. 34-6.
Case number, file number 34-6. That's it. All it is.
There's a score.
File number 34-6. Look it up. It's in the archives.
On YouTube.
That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to it, they can't beat us, and they know it. And we know it.
Not with the current roster.
Be careful what you wish for. Be careful.
Oh, Tim, stop it. Stop.
Not with their current roster.
Tim, you might as well join the Prospects. You are such the biggest Prospect cheerleader there is.
I said that. I was like, when you guys are supposed to the Prospects week 3 or 4, I was like, I would not be shocked if Tim was the quarterback on that day. I would not be shocked. If we go out there and Tim was fucking playing as quarterback.
The Prospects really should pick up Jim. I've been said that. Like that's a power move, bro. That's a power move. Come on.
Jim hates the Braves. In reality, he should hate GC Irish, but he hates the Braves for no reason.
He just don't want to see you win.
I don't hate the Braves.
Always roots against you.
I don't hate the Braves.
Yes, you do.
He always
yes,
roots
you do,
against
Jim. Yes, you do.
He'll play the hybrid.
I hated Rees for a little while, but now we're cool, so I don't hate the Braves.
He'll pick Colonial Diner to beat you. Like he'll just whoever you play, he's gonna pick to beat you.
You hate the phrase.
Yo, go to Prospect, yo.
No, hell no. I don't want prospects.
You want to keep him?
No way. I don't want Jim on the prospects at all.
No, he's not allowed.
Nah, that's not fair.
It's a power move.
They're an elite team. They won't play for them.
I just want to play Ralph. I want to play Ralph again. That's what I want. Ralph knocked me out of the playoffs last year. I want to play Ralph again.
I can't fuck with Ralph. You can't fuck with Bull.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh my God. Damn, I forgot about that.
He said it in regular season. Ralph beat them.
Wow.
Jim, you're too easy to beat. You're too easy.
I know. I run the same three plays every time, but somehow Jeff hasn't figured it out yet.
I told Jeff that. You run the same plays over and over again.
Okay.
No, I love it when something goes wrong. He's walking on the sideline. His head's down. His hands are flapping. His
face is all red.
That's the best thing.
Hey, that's the life of a quarterback, dude. That's the life of a quarterback.
Yo, talking about why Ralph just said his hands was flapping though. Oh shit, that's really Jim.
Jim's on the sideline talking to himself with his head down. You suck. You
face is all red. And
if we're losing, someone comes up to me, I just yell at them. If someone comes up to me while we're losing, I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Boss Jim, you owe me some money, don't you? I mean, I caught at least 4 or 5 plays for you through the years. Got you a touchdown.
No, you call like one. You call like one play.
No, get out of here! Stop it! Stop.
You called one play for me. You called one play for me. Remember that, Ralph?
What's that?
You called one play for me when we played for the Patriots. I remember that. I remember everything. You told us to
go
on quad.
You did.
Yo, hold on.
Shut up.
Yo, we were playing the Thunder.
Hold up. He told us to go in quads. He told you to put your most elusive receiver, your fast receiver, whatever, on the outside, have him come across. I remember that. Said that.
Yeah, and Jimmy kept it was silent though. I knew that play was going to work. I was going to call that next. Okay.
Yo. He called that play. He told me to. Yeah, it's funny. We were playing the Thunder, and it was like I was having trouble because they were playing like tight man to man. And he said that. He said it was either quads or trips, and have little Kev come underneath it, and I hit Kev on like a 5-yard ball, and he took it like 60 yards. And every week for some reason I told Adrian, I'm like, Ralph called that play. Every time I saw Adrian, he's like, oh yeah, you cheat. Ralph gives you plays. That's what he said to me. That's what Adrian said.
Yeah, he yelled at me. Like, what are you giving Jimmy plays for? I go, I don't know, he asked. If you ask me, I'll give you plays too. I don't care.
He got mad.
Shit,
on one play. Give me a break.
Hey, Sean, you still with us?
Yeah, man.
He's quiet today.
You feel okay?
I feel.
Yeah, you're really quiet. Really quiet.
Yeah, because every time I go to fucking say something, you talk. So I'm just going to let you keep talking.
Okay, bitch. Well, the fuck you did,
Nah. Nah.
Shut his mic off.
Shut him off.
Oh, go ahead. Spit your game.
I was just gonna say he was talking about calling plays for people. I steal plays from every team in that league. Well, all the elite teams at least. Ralph used to try to give me. Ralph used to try to give me plays all the time, and Ralph would probably be like, "Man, he just don't listen."
I don't play like Sean.
Quarterback. Stop it.
Sean plays up like it's Canada. He plays Canada football, Sean.
Yeah, Sean. You don't even run plays. You don't run plays, Sean. You don't need any advice to run plays.
You're right. Hey, yo, we don't run plays. We run routes out here, boy.
I got that wrist coach, and I don't even look at it. I wear it every game, but I don't look at it.
My playbook is very it's complex. It's just hooks, outs, and just run a bomb. That's basically my playbook.
Nah, that's not true, bro. There's no way in hell that's what you were doing.
Well, I'm not going to give you my secret, so I don't know. I saw Rees. I saw Rees come in.
Dragging Penny across the field. You guys were hooking up. Man, come on.
He had a separate playbook for the Braves.
Jay, hold up, shut up. I know all your dirty little secrets, and you know that. That's why you stayed away from me. I know all your dirty little secrets.
You don't know no dirty little secrets. No, you don't.
I got all your little tapes, all that. Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Come on, bro. Why don't you throw at me? Why haven't you thrown at me in 2-3 games? It's been a while, bro.
Okay, hold on. You're forgetting something. Let's see if you admit this or not. Did I not torch you when you were on rock bottom? You came in on that second half. Did I not torch you in that game?
First of all, I was out of position. I was out of everything.
You and Tim.
Nigga,
both of you.
I was like a bro. Don't count that.
Torched.
Don't count that.
Don't count that. I was out of skill, out of everything.
I was like, this is what I said in the huddle. The game is over. Reese killed. This is what I said. This is what I said in the huddle. I'm like, okay, Reese and Tim are in, so we can just go right down the field on those two and we'll score. That was the huddle that I had right then.
Ooh.
Okay, so answer this. Why haven't you thrown at me in 2-3 games? You still didn't answer that question.
Because you're different
I play because I play matchups. That's why. I know what I'm doing.
Whatever. Shut up.
What do you mean? What do you mean whatever? That's 100% right.
You look at me as a stop sign or something, like, seriously.
As a what?
You look at me and you see like a red stop sign, like, don't go there.
Well, hey, I mean, if it's working, if it's not broke, don't fix it or whatever, I guess.
Whatever.
Don't be mad.
I'm actually happy. I'm doing something right. At least I know that.
Exactly. That's how he keeps getting you, because he just said he exploits the matchups.
Mm-hmm.
You have to set the matchups.
Yo, Ralph.
Yeah.
So, you guys beat Steel City this season. I know the season's not going to continue or not. But,
it might.
How big do you guys think that was like a weak or a watered-down victory?
We consider it.
Or do you think that was
victory.
a pretty good victory team that you beat in the league team?
It didn't matter if that was there or not. It was a good victory for us.
Matt wasn't there, so we played him the last 4 times with Matt, and they scored over 40 points. And I think we scored like 3 touchdowns every time. But I think, Money was in there. And people don't give Money enough credit. I tell you what, Money quartered, he would be a top 5 quarterback, absolutely, because I saw him quarter before.
Really?
But,
no.
yeah.
Hell no.
Arm.
Hell
Oh,
no.
Jim, he's got an arm. He knows the league, and he missed a couple passes, like by inches, because, he's not there. He doesn't quarter all the time. But Money, I told him years ago, he quartered a couple times. Like, dude, you should just stay at quarterback. I know he's a great receiver, but he's got an arm on him. He can scramble around. And like I said, he missed a couple passes that would have changed the game around. But we played pretty good. It's like, I think it's my, 3rd year with these guys. So we finally had a practice where everybody came and they're listening on offense. Defense, we just, guys don't show up every game, so we just pull whoever's out there, and it's jailbreak.
Yeah, your offense is definitely better than your defense.
Your defense gave up, we tracked the numbers all season. Your defense gave up more points than any other team in the league.
But your offense was in the top 5.
No, he was in the top. They were in the top
5,
3, top 2
in A,
for most of the whole season until the end. And
little
right underneath the hybrid. Any immortal kings.
Yeah, that's true. But no, we could score some points. Don't get me wrong. But
you
the whole thing,
points
like when I watched your playoff game between Jimmy, and you guys. Here's the thing, like you see, you guys were struggling on offense. On defense, right? So you gotta kind of slow the game down. Like Jimmy will slow the game down. Like what Jimmy did that last drive was he ran the clock all the way down. Now, obviously, if you guys had enough time, you guys would have probably scored. But you should have scored. You guys should have called. Right, but you guys should have called after Jimmy got a first down. Although you're still winning the game, you should have called timeout twice.
You said that too.
And you guys let the clock run all the way down.
We should have let.
Whoa.
No, we should have.
Don't help them, Ralph. Don't help them out. What are you doing?
I've been said that.
What are you doing?
I said we should have let him score earlier. We should have let him score earlier so we had more time.
No. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that we should have called the timeout.
No, but he said Jim ran.
But that's what you got.
Are you talking about their last touchdown?
Right.
Jim last touchdown.
They knew he was running the clock down. They knew it. They just couldn't. He wouldn't score. Right. They tried to let him score. He wouldn't score.
I also second guessed myself and said that I second guessed myself when I said that I think I should have called a timeout on that fourth down. But I didn't call a timeout because it was a game. But I also felt like if he scores here, that I still think Sean had a timeout in his pocket. That's why I did that.
Yeah, I know. I understand, but you guys were going up and down, and if you had 53, I don't know, how much time did you have left when they scored?
Like 40 seconds. Like 40 seconds.
30 seconds.
You had more time.
Right. If you had a minute to go, you guys were. They're going to play so far back that you could just dump the ball and run out of bounds every time. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I said we should. I told you. I was telling Kanat, we should just don't even cover him. She was like, no. I was like, yo, do it, bro, do it. He was like, no. I was like, bro, come on, please, do it. Trust me. He was like, no. When I said that, it was like a minute 15 left.
Right.
Yeah, but no, but you stopped us though. It took us all the way to fourth down, so you can't. After it's third down and goal from like the 15, you can't.
When you first got that first down, like as soon as you got the first down, I'm like, yo, when you got the first down, you ain't just get the first down, and you was like. You still had a long way. When you got the first down, you got halfway there too. So I was like, yo, score.
You got to calm the Joe.
Yeah. Kanop just wasn't with it, so I was like, dang, I just can't do it if Kanop not with it. So I was like, all right, fuck it. But I was just saying, don't cover them. Just let them score.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could go man when you press them. You know what I'm saying? And you press them and put the pressure on Jimmy. Let him throw it. If it's incomplete, that's great. If they score too, then you have your 2 timeouts and you have a minute to go.
But that's the thing. Nothing was going our way that game. Our rush wasn't getting there.
Right.
Like one side of the field was getting trashed, was getting brutalized.
Well, I get rid of the ball. I get rid of the ball so fast though, so I try to make the rush non-existent by getting rid of the ball.
Yeah, Knopp was in his face on that fourth down. Like Knopp was right in his face on that.
I know. Like somebody hit me. I got knocked down, but you got to get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I know I have to get rid of the ball.
Well, that game was just a bad game.
That last touchdown, it was against Rees, wasn't it? Wasn't it against Rees the last one?
No, it was on. It was Scott.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know.
Hey,
with both arms.
But he shoved them every place, so Cash should have been ready for that. There's Val. Here's Mr. Val.
Oh, shit.
Here's Mr. Val.
Let's see if Val wants to curse me out today. All right.
Val.
What's up, Val?
Val's the second best DB on the show after me right now. Hey, what's up, Val?
Val, we got Ralph, Sean, Rees, and Jim on here. Mr. Ralph is on here today.
A deep show, huh?
What's up, Val? You still coming at me like that, bro? You still coming at me like you was last week? Looking for blood?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He held like 5 steps and came back like, let me set y'all straight, okay?
Cutting me down? Playing me out? We were boys.
You be all right, man. You be all right.
New day. Come on.
You be all right.
Cutting my throat? That's satisfying until we whoop on y'all. That's all.
We'll see, man. We'll see. You got to find something else to talk about.
No, hold up. This is just something different.
What's up, y'all? What's new, y'all? How's everybody
doing? Really
doing?
has nothing to do with anything. But Val, do you speak Spanish?
Nope.
You're asking like you speak Spanish or something.
No, I'm asking him because his name is fucking Val Hernandez and shit. Like, what the fuck?
It's not.
Yo, what's his name?
It's not.
Yo, Val, tell him your name, Val.
Emilio Valdez Vasquez. Fucking Hernandez. What the fuck? I just thought you spoke Spanish.
Yo.
My bad.
All right, Slim Lamar. No, man, my name is Valdez Lewis, man. I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, shit. Damn. All right.
Emilio is my alter ego.
Hey, yo.
Nah, I thought he could have been Dominican. I thought he was black, but I'm like, well, he's Dominican.
That just seemed like a racial slap in the mouth. Like, these
that was.
You're like Emilio Valdez.
Right.
I asked him if he spoke Spanish. Why is that a racial slap?
You tried to judge the man off of what he thought his name was.
It sounds Spanish.
I got a fucked up name, but I'm black, Indian, and Asian. And Italian. I'm a mutt.
Spanish at all.
Yo, Marv.
No Spanish.
No, I thought you was fucking like Gustavo Fring off of fucking Breaking Bad. A black guy spoke Spanish and shit. Gustavo. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yo, Kim, take the Budweisers away from him. Take the Budweisers away. He's had enough.
Yo, Sean, shut up.
Shut his
You
mic
thought he
off.
spoke Spanish too. To stop lying, dog. You did too.
Oh, God.
Yo, Emilio, he's got to speak Spanish.
Yo, why don't you tell him about the new field or something, bro? Like, come on.
Yeah, tell him about Riverwinds.
All right, I said it had nothing to do with nothing. I was sidetracked, and I'm not playing them. I was serious. I really just no diss, no nothing. I'm just asking. That's a question.
Val, Ralph was telling us that they might be playing on at Riverwinds next season.
No, this season.
I don't give a fuck where we play. As long as we play.
That's right, bro. I just want to score touchdowns and just stamp the end.
On him.
Okay, bro.
Now, I think you gave him fuel. Like last week, after the show last week, he's like, "Fuck it, we going to Elite."
Yeah.
We going to Elite.
Yeah.
I didn't give him fuel last week. He been had fuel. He been talking.
Yeah, he has been talking.
All right. We
Slim
shall
Jeffrey
see.
Lamar been talking.
Yo, listen, Juan.
Get it right. It's Emilio.
Listen, dog.
I think I got everybody calling.
Yo, listen. Y'all can't rock with us, bro. Honestly. I mean, we came close to beating y'all last year, and we played a bad game. This year, no doubt. I can't.
Yeah, you might as well make.
Yeah. At the top of the list.
Just make another video, man. Make a Camden video. Just make an elite video. Make an elite video.
All right, I will.
Of course, so you gotta make like an underdog type of video thing. You know what I mean? You feel me? We lost last time. Feel me? So definitely gotta go.
Listen, we got this, dog. Like we if we think we are the best, like I think we are the best, we should have no problem playing against weak teams like the Prospect and Camden.
Applaud him. Charlie Murphy laugh. Right.
Yo. Hold on. For all the people that was just on the show, Ralph, Eastwood, yo, when Emilio got on, Mar hit another gear, yo. He did.
He was talking mad shit last week.
He hit another gear.
I re-listened to the show, and he was killing me.
And you were so zoned out. Like,
I was just so fucking high and drunk, I didn't even fucking think of nothing. I just let him go. Oh, shit.
So we tried to have a show the next day because he was like, I have to address some of those things that Val said yesterday.
Then I got even worse.
He smoked too much weed before the fucking show. And he was not
I'm not a weed smoker, yo.
Kill my boy.
I'm not a weed smoker, man. But since this Corona shit happened, dog, I gotta smoke weed to even go to sleep now. So.
Bang, bang, shots fired. Boom. The grave digger has arrived.
Well, listen, dog. Val. Emilio. I just don't see how y'all. I don't see how y'all can match up. I don't think y'all can really. I think you guys are overrated at this point.
Why is this always the topic of conversation?
Oh, yo, Val.
Like.
I'm sick and tired of
because at the end of it, when it's all said and done, we are the two-time reigning champions, and that is the end of the discussion. Until we are dethroned, until you move up and dethrone us, then you can talk your shit. But for right now, you're living in a fantasy land full of ecstasy. Like, it's fine. It's fine to fascinate and dream, fantasize and dream. It's okay. Everybody wants to be the top people. It's okay.
If they dethrone you, are you going to quit the show?
Who? No, who? Why would I do that? Why? No, why would I do that? I'm not a poor sport. I'm not Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons. No, I'm not going to do that.
All right.
But if you beat us, you're going to beat us in the regular season, and we're going to probably still go and win the championship. So in the elite division, so it still don't matter.
You've become
just like when you're playing college, you might beat this one team, but if that team goes to the BCS Bowl and they win it, it don't matter if they lost and you beat them in week 1 or week 2. They made it to the playoff and got to the bowl and won the bowl.
All right, shut his mic off. I heard enough.
That's what it is. But I think I just think it's a defense mechanism for the simple fact that you really respect us, and it's all good. It's all good.
He does. That's what it is. He does.
What? Respect?
Yes, you do. You do respect him, but you're also like, I'm not gonna bow down either.
No, he said, either you bow down or it was some jailhouse shit. I'm like, what?
You could say something about teams bowing down, though.
They gonna bow down? Never.
Teams do bow down to them.
All right, we're not the Monstars. You know what I mean?
No, you're the one that said something about y'all not bowing down, and you kept saying how I'm kicking Tyrese back in and all this crazy. So you was extra piping it. You was extra Joe. You was Joe College. It's okay,
you was fucking taking mad shots at Tyree, not me.
I was not. No, I was not. I was just speaking on experience. Like, I'm calling the sport.
Wait. Hold on. We got to take this.
What the fuck?
Ralph disagrees.
It's the truth. It's the truth, huh?
You was killing Tyree.
I'm in the competition.
Ralph disagrees.
You ain't heard me kill somebody. You'll know if I killed you. All I did was make the comparison. That's all I did.
You were shooting subliminal shots. You was direct.
And you kill Egan. All right. If that's the case.
You said Egan beat Tyree out 2 years ago for a job.
I wasn't even coming at Egan like that. I was asking a simple question.
And I spoke my piece and spoke my opinion. Well, nobody kicking nobody back in or killing nobody or whatever. The fact of the matter is the guy played against us 2 seasons in a row and threw 11 interceptions. It ain't kicking his back in.
All right. That just sounds kind of
if you turned around, just like if I turned around and I said, Rees scored 4 touchdowns in a game. Am I riding his meat? No, I'm not. I'm calling the stats. So stats is everything, right? They talk about Jordan better than LeBron because he got 6 picks, right? Come on, man. Let's be realistic. I know you're trying to make content for the show, but let's be real.
Damn.
What's not real?
The fact that you're sitting here trying to overhype something.
What did Egan have to do with any of those interceptions? Did he pick them off? Did Egan pick them picks off? He didn't.
Who threw them? So once again, so I'm saying who threw them.
You acting like
I'm acting like
because
what?
Tyree had a bad game against Camden twice in 2 games.
He beat him regular season.
And he beat you in the regular season, but it doesn't matter. He lost in the playoffs. But that doesn't mean that Egan, just because Egan
won the final game,
was the quarterback of the other team, doesn't mean that he's better than you.
So what you telling me is you trying to because you trying to force it in me and change my opinion. I'm a grown ass man. I got my own opinion. I can say fucking Sean is the best quarterback in the league. You gonna keep arguing with me over the fact that you asked me my opinion. You asked me my opinion about who's the best quarterback in the league.
Sean is the best quarterback.
Listen. This is the thing. I'm not trying to change. I'm not trying to change your mind. I am not trying to change your idea of who's better.
Your opinion.
Your opinion. All I'm saying is, I'm not getting mad. You seem real angry about me saying Tyree's better than Egan.
I'm not angry at all. Why? If you don't listen. You don't really know me then. You don't really know me. I talk like this all the time. I don't. This is just me. This is me. This is me. This is a comedy. I'm not angry about who feels what and where. It doesn't even matter. But you asked my opinion, and I spoke my opinion. I spoke my opinion, and I gave my. What am I not supposed to do? Am I supposed to say, "Oh, I believe that this person is good," and not support my facts? You asked questions, and you wanted me to go in detail, so I did. Come on, man, stop trying to bleed the well dry. Man, get the fuck out of here with that, man. Come on.
Next
question. That's your
everybody heard the show. Everybody that's on this show right now heard that show. Everybody heard it. I was being questioned. I was being interviewed, right or wrong. If I'm being interviewed, and you're asking me questions, I'm answering the questions. If you don't ask me those questions, I won't give you those answers. We could have talked about something completely different. You said, Val, what is your opinion?
Yeah. That's a question that I want to ask everybody. Now, everybody has their own opinion.
And your interpretation of my opinion, your interpretation of my opinion, you felt like I was angry, defensive, or whatever. I speak the same way Jimmy talking, the same way Sean talking, the same way Johnny talking. Everybody get on here and talk and having highs and lows.
Bro, you started speaking Spanish, bro. I didn't understand what you were saying.
He's zoned out.
Tango el gato el panalones.
Spanish is shit.
No habla español.
Like, oh shit, I'm real mad.
Okay, now since we're on a good note, next question.
Don't get a man.
All right, bro, be careful.
Listen, how's your quarantine going?
Lock that bottom lock for me.
How's
kids is killing me. Kids is killing me, man.
I know the feeling. Mine too. Like, driving me nuts.
4 out of my 5 daughters live with me and my wife, and it's a killer.
Ooh, you got 4 daughters. I got one that lives with me. She's driving me nuts. I can only imagine having 4 girls.
Whew, you sure you're not Spanish? That was slurred. That was racial. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Shut his mic off.
Shut his mic off.
Shut it off.
Yo, Val, we might play this season if we can get if the park can open.
According to Bill,
I just want to beat y'all. I don't care if y'all the only team on our schedule.
He talked to Bill earlier today, and Bill said
y'all and the prospects got to get it.
Bill's still holding out.
Get in line and take a number. Get in line and take a number.
Yo, nobody to face y'all? Who else wants to face y'all? We requested you guys. What are you talking about?
The number one game.
Nobody else is requesting y'all. We requested you. We requested you.
And the prospect.
Hey,
You
said it.
And
Val
Rock
said it. If you want to be the best.
By the way,
by the
way, let me pay homage to a legend. What's going on, Ralph? How you doing, Ralph?
What's up, Val? How's it feel?
What's going on, man?
How's it feel to be on top and everybody's coming after you? Right? It's great, ain't it?
Yeah, I know. I've been chasing you for a minute. You know what I mean? So, but I know it feels good up here.
But when I say this, it's like if you don't stick up for your quarterback, you have to. Any team has to say their quarterback is the best. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's not true.
I agree with that.
I mean, I partially agree, but I'll give credit where credit is due. And it's just
nobody.
That's not true because they've all come on here and said Dalton was the best.
They don't believe it, and they're only lying.
No, I mean, but
can I ask you guys this question? Not to cut you off, Ralph. Can I ask you guys an honest question and like just be really honest and open? And once again, I'm not throwing nobody under the bus. But you said this guy had a bad game against us, right? But in the same season, listen, in the same season, did he have a bad game against you guys?
Yeah.
Now listen. No offense to listen to me. No offense to you guys. I say this with the utmost respect and as humble as possible. The one season that you guys beat them, you guys were off the radar and somewhat classified as a mid-tier A team, up and coming, and you demolished them. You beat them. Was he having a bad game?
So was Tyree having a bad game?
Now let me say this.
He don't want to speak on it.
Even when and I can't make no excuses. We had a bad team. We had attendance problems, whatever the case. We had a bad team. But even that season, we played 2 games with 5 players, and this dude put up 35 points a game. Like, I mean,
he does. Egan does put up mad points every game.
And honestly, Ralph can speak for this because Ralph, like I said, Ralph has affiliations with Rock Bottom. That team don't have a bunch of scrubs on it, man. It's a bunch of athletic guys on that team. And any year, any one of us 3 teams can win that elite division.
Not the prospect.
Any one of us. I said 3.
He said 3.
I was just making sure you had. I was just making seeing what 3 you were talking about.
You know it.
I was just knowing you wasn't talking about the prospects because we all knew that.
He was talking about. We all knew what.
It's just certain seasons. It's just certain seasons where, give or take, 1 or 2 players might not be there on one of these teams' rosters, and it fucks them over. A quarterback might get hurt, somebody else might get injured, you know what I mean? And it fucks them over, right? And then they got to will their way to win some other way. But most of the time, like we said before, these elite playoff games are either blowouts or extremely close because they study and prepare for those games.
Right.
And they're both great quarterbacks. They're A1 and A2. You know what I mean? But the reality is, right now, Egan is up. 3 seasons ago, Tyree was up.
I had 2 quarterbacks. Like, they're 2 different quarterbacks. It's hard to compare Tyree to Egan. Stands back far. You know what I mean? He's got his gun. He can make every throw. You know, but he has, look, when he played against Camden usually shuts Egan down, don't you? Right? Val?
When I played listen, because I've played on both teams. When we were committee, we've always beat Camden.
Right.
But when we're Camden, we've always had him as a quarterback. I've never played against him while on Camden.
Right, but
now we did split up one time where I played with Camden and he was with the committee, but we didn't play each other in the regular season.
Well, I'm talking about one.
But see, what I did was, Ralph, what I did was, talent-wise, they are two different. They're both great, but physically, like you said, they're two different quarterbacks. But what I did was to make my analogy, as far as my opinion, was go on my head-to-head as far as elite playoffs and championships and decision-making. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you play defense and we play against, and I play against you, it's certain things tendencies that I might know of you, and certain tendencies you know of me. So it's just picking and choosing. And if I keep capitalizing on those tendencies, I'm going to people are going to start to discredit you. And I've played this guy so many times. That's the only thing. I've played him so many times. You know what I mean? And it's certain teams that figure certain things out. So that's how I made my, I don't want to say judgment, because it's not passing judgment. But then I look at Egan versus Egan, and, although I played with him, you know what I mean, it's a lot of teams that still can't figure him out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know what I mean? So I look a little different from just the physicality, because physically, Tyrese is a fucking animal. So,
every quarterback
has wanted to pipe it all up, but I ain't trying to get back on that.
When you play Camden, the team fouls on right now, the last two seasons. Or anyway, listen, when I always play Camden, I'll tell you why. Camden plays mad, and Camden is the best line ever Mike Tyson ever said. Did you know what the line is? He says, everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face. Camden comes out and they punch you in the face.
I know what it is, but I can't think of
it.
Yes,
they will literally punch you in the face.
I can't think of it.
No, what I'm saying, but Camden comes out and they play mad every play. So you either,
what's the saying though? What's the saying?
Well, I'm just saying they're either going to be physical with you, they'll break your balls and they'll intimidate you. So most teams, you got to sit there and you got to take it. If you don't take it, you lose your composure and you start throwing interceptions, or you start trying to fight with them, and they'll take you right out of the game. And that's the big problem, because, like Val said, this is a very...
It takes a whole team to beat those type of teams, point blank. Like, it takes a whole team effort. If your whole team is playing as one, you can beat those type of teams. Rock Bottom, Steel City, Camden, all those type of guys. Like, it takes a team effort.
You're right. It does take a team effort to beat them.
Because from my experience, every single game, from my experience, the games I have won against those type of teams, like Rock Bottom, you feel me? Those games we did win, like, the whole team was playing as one, and everybody did their job. You know what I mean? That's how we won. And I feel like that's how we got to play Camden. Like, the team got to come together as one and just ball out. You feel me? And just do what we're supposed to do. That's how you beat those. That's how you win in general. But,
like, Val, the last game you guys played, you played against who'd they play? Who did you guys play in the game? Right, they were on the sideline talking shit to Cam. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You know what I mean? Like, Camden's coming there, they're nice and calm, and they talked it up, and then boom. You know what I mean? I mean, I know it was relatively close, but if you're not prepared to sit there and go back and forth with Camden, you're not going to win, because they're too smart. They've been in the league for a long time, and when they bring younger guys in, the younger guys listen to the older guys. You know what I mean? This is your job. This is what you got to do, and they do it. So, you got to give Camden a lot of credit, because they've been on top. If they're not winning the championship, they're right there every year for years. Same thing, like Pat Barr's team. I call them Pat Barr's teams. He had different names, right? But Pat Barr's team was the same way. He had a core guys. They had a system. And if they brought a guy in here and there, they fit the system. You know what I mean? So like Val says, any of these three teams can win. I give Larry's team a lot of credit, because Larry is probably borderline elite, but he won the A-League twice, and he told me, I'm never going back. So sometimes you don't really have an elite team, and these quarterbacks don't show up sometimes. So he's still there playing, so I give him a lot of credit, because he could easily bow down and say, I want to play A. But the three teams, Rock Bottom, Camden, and Pat Barr's team, they're all smart. They have a system. And here's the thing, I think the young teams don't really do much. we all used to watch each other play. Like, it was the Bandits were the number one team at a time. Then Ace Vending came in, and then my team, and then Pat Barr's team, and now it's Camden. So think about that. There hasn't been many teams winning through the years. I think there's 8 or 9 teams have won the real championship in the league. So, but we used to watch each other. Now I see a young team's, I'm better than this guy. I'm better than that guy. I'm him. Forget about that. If you want to win, you need to sit down, watch these teams play, and see how they play smart. Because many times I won the championship. Val will tell you too. I won champs 7-6, 12-7. Mm-hmm. You win in this league because of defense, not because offense. Yeah, you're gonna have some games where you shoot it out, but Val will tell you, Camden's tough. They'll jam you at the line, and all players say, he should go hold the needle. They're not going to call holding. So stop complaining and get off. I should tell my guys, stop complaining. Get off the line. Hit them in the chest. If you sit here and complain about the refs all game, you'll never win. You see what I'm saying? But Camden's a smart team. They'll know when to play man. Same thing with Pat Barr's team. They'll know when to play zone. They'll rush two. And, the only problem I have against, Sean and the guy from, I liked Eric Lever. He was a good quarterback. But they ran the old 2 blocking, run around, try to make plays, and then dump the ball out. And that's great against teams that don't know how to play. But if you play that 90% of the time, you're not going to win a championship because either they tie your guys up or they rush a third guy, and now you only have 3 guys out there. And most of these quarterbacks who are doing that, if Sean's running forward, Eric Lever's running forward, they're great. They got momentum. If you keep them in the pocket or if they're throwing off their back foot, you know what's going to happen. So that's the difference.
Sean, I want you to answer that.
He almost put me asleep right there. Hey,
Sean, you never won a game at all in the elite playoffs, never, and you've been in the league for a long time. Right? And you had right. You had
shots fired.
You had the Valley.
But you're right. You're right though. When it comes to elite playoffs, like I've beaten elite teams in regular season, but in the elite playoffs, it's always been low scoring. And you're right. I couldn't. It's always been like a 1 or 2 touchdown game. Like it's never been a high scoring game when it came to the playoffs in the elite playoffs that I was ever in. But definitely.
I say this, like you guys, a lot of you guys say, well, I never lost to this team, quarterbacks. I never lost to this team. I never lost to, listen, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying your team as a whole. I mean, the quarterback obviously is a big part of this league, but you got to see, people stay the same offense. If you're playing Camden, you can't run an offense. Like you got to make changes. You got to go quads. You got to spread them out. If they're going man, you got to crawl. You got to do stuff. And I don't think you guys make enough changes. You just rely on your ability, like a lot of guys who like to run. Like Matt, for instance, when he first came in the league, you couldn't catch Matt. He had problems in the playoffs, in the championship games. Until Matt, and I talked to him for years, he has plays. He stays in the pocket. He calls plays, and he has a good arm. He's a smart kid. He knows the league. He's always changing. What I'm saying is, if you guys, and I'm saying it, I'm not criticizing you, but I'm saying if you want to make that next step, if you want to make the next, it's constructive criticism. But if you want to make the next step, you got to look. It's reading recognition. Jeff, let me ask Jeff. Jeff, let me ask you this. Ready, Jeff?
Go ahead, Jeff.
You ready?
Go ahead.
You there, Jeff? Okay,
I'm here, guys.
Okay, say we're playing 11 game season. You're 7-2, right? Okay, you're playing a team with 6-3. If you win, you get first place, and you're playing an easy team. All right, it's a minute and 49 seconds ago. The other team used both timeouts. It's 4th down and 10. All right, to get a first down. Now, do you go for it or do you punt?
What's the score?
You're up. I'm sorry. You're up 24-23. Games keep going back and forth. All right, so it's 4th and 10. If you win this, you win first place. It's 4th and 10. Do you go for it or do you punt?
How many timeouts does the other team have?
What's that?
All the time.
How many timeouts does the other team have?
I can't hear. What'd you say?
How many timeouts does the other team have?
No. The other team, they use both their timeouts, so they have no timeouts left, and you don't have no timeouts left. And you have, and you can't, and your quarterback can't run. He used his run. You're 4th and 10. What do you do?
I would say punt it and rely on the defense because they don't have a timeout, so they would have to, it would be almost like playing into our hands.
So that automatically.
All right, that's fine.
Punt it.
Val, what does your team do? Same situation.
If it's 4th, I missed some of the description.
Okay.
4th and 10, you're up by 4 points. It's 20-24. No timeouts left. Yeah, it's 4th and 10. You guys are up 24-20.
24-23 or
24-23.
And if you win, you win first place.
It depends. I mean, we would probably punt it.
No timeouts. They don't got no timeouts.
No timeouts.
I can stop.
You're already ahead. You got to rely on your defense.
If the other team has no timeouts, I punt it. If they have timeouts, I don't.
And you're ahead.
Yeah, you punt it.
Yeah, you're winning the fucking game.
You punt it, and they will probably get 1 or 2 plays off.
I would go for it. I would never punt it.
Hold on. We forgot the biggest detail. Where is the ball?
The ball. I said it's 4th and 10 for a first down.
No, I mean where is the ball? Is the ball?
Oh yeah, it depends on where the ball placement is at too.
You're at the 30-yard line. 4th and 10.
30
first down.
We're first.
Yeah.
30-yard line.
I got you, Ralph.
What do you do?
Punt and rely on the defense.
I would punt and rely on defense.
Yeah, I'm still punting.
Okay.
I'm still punting.
All right.
Why do you say you go for it, Ralph? You said you go for it
because if you're a quarterback and you can get 10 yards in this league, you might as well play. You might as well.
That's not true because a lot of people can't get 10 yards in one down.
Yo, if you can't hit a 10-yard curl, that's a fact, though. That's true.
It's pressure. And
it's 4th down, too.
It's 4th down. It's the game.
Jimmy, show him the line. Jimmy, what do you do, Jimmy?
Jim's on the line. He's there.
Jimmy, what do you do, Jimmy?
There's no point, though, because if you're already winning, just punt the ball. You're winning.
A minute 49.
What do you do, Jim?
You said a minute 49. You said
no, a minute. Just a minute.
A minute. I thought minute 49. And Jimmy, listen. It's 24-23. Both teams going back and forth. Both teams have been scoring. It's 24-23.
And you said, didn't you say how much time left?
It's like a minute 48.
Reese, go take a bit of a joint so I can actually hear what you're saying.
A minute and something seconds.
Talking, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, somebody.
No, you shut up.
Some shit.
I can't fucking hear him because you won't shut up. You shut up.
I wasn't saying that. Cowboys, shut up.
All right, I don't care what you're saying. Stop talking so I can
All right,
fucking
come on,
hear
guys. Come on. Go ahead, Jim. Answer the question.
How much time is left?
1:48, Jim. Nobody has time
All right,
now.
okay, well, 1:48. 1:48 with no timeout, but it's still an eternity. 1:40.
Okay. If you get a first down, game's over. So what do you do, Jim?
If it's 4th and 10, I would punt. I would punt.
Good. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you got to look at the circumstances because if you're playing certain teams, most teams on that fourth down and 10, they're gonna guard the first down line. You know what I mean? Rush too hard and drive. You know what I mean? And kind of, you know, I mean, it just depends on the team and the personnel. And I would, but offensively, you know, it depends on who you're playing, what defense you're playing. Because if they line up and everybody is just lingering back, a quarterback can get to the line and be like, run, and hook up. You know what I'm saying? Release. But if they all playing and pressing up, you don't want to take the risk of them bumping them and then somebody getting jammed off the line and falling or some shit like that. So you got to kick that thing off and on defense, play defense. They're gonna get 2 plays off.
Minute 48, they're gonna get. They got at least 6.
Well, Ralphie, if it's a minute 48 and you getting ready to run a play, you gonna run a play and that play is gonna run about 9 to 10 seconds. If you punt it, that's gonna be about a 10-second play. So they're going to have a minute and 30 to go. They're going to come out, run a play. If that play is complete and the clock is running, they have no timeouts. If it's a good punt, they have no timeouts. They got to get to the line, run another play.
No.
2 to 3 plays off.
No. A minute and 30. In this league, a minute and 30. I don't care if you have no timeouts or not. A minute and 30 is an eternity, dude.
No, it's not.
You don't even need time. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The way when we be playing that clock be going, we call a play. They call a play at a minute 20, and then the play is over. We'll be at like 48 seconds, and we like, where the hell did the time go?
All you gotta do is you gotta step out of bounds, stop the clock.
I mean, we talking about certain situations. I mean, like somebody might not be the pass, might not be there.
But most teams
someone got a TV on. Someone has a TV on in the background.
We're taking away the sideline and giving you the middle. If we want the clock to run, we're taking away the sideline.
Well,
we forcing you middle.
You can beat them deep. You can beat somebody deep. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's so many. You could, you know what I mean? So that's what I say. It just depends on personnel and, you know what I mean? But I understand you're on a higher end of going for it more than punting.
If you get a first down, the game's over. But if it's 24-23, obviously both teams been scoring. So most likely with minute 48, a team's gonna take a shot and get a good shot at scoring. So
if it's 4th and 5.
I didn't even think about it like how Ralph just said it.
If it's like 6 yards or less, I would go for it.
Huh? Like if they're
you said 10 yards. You said it's 10 yards. 10 yards.
I know what I said. I said I would punt at 10 yards. If it was like 6 yards or less, I would go for it.
That's why I put it at 10 yards. Because at 5 yards, it's easy. Yeah, you go for it. No problem.
Yeah, I would punt. I would punt it.
So what I'm saying is, what quarterback would you trust in this league? He needs 10 yards. It's 4th down. If he gets the first down, the game's over. Okay? He's going to stand about 10 yards back. So listen, it's a 20-yard throw. It's a 20-yard throw. What play would you call? Right? Is anybody ready? What play would you call? And you know you got to get it off quick. You can't run. So, and the defense, like Val said, the defense is going to sit right at the first down. Does anybody have a play they would call?
Sean, call your play.
What play would you call?
I'm calling it dig.
I would call my my trips post hook to Rees that I learned from Egan.
Well, that's incomplete.
Man, I'm running a dig across the field.
Jim,
run a dig across
Jim,
the field.
if you look at how many times we ran that play, last season, we got that play about 85% of the time. And we even got it against Camden a couple times.
Yeah, Rees is gone.
It was on Val.
Rees hung up.
Yeah, right.
All right. Ralph, what play would you call?
Yeah, that's why I got quieter. Is that why I got quieter? Because Rees hung up?
Yeah, Rees hung up.
That's because he had his TV on or some shit.
Yeah. I would call trips on the one side. You got one guy going down the sideline. The guy next to him, I want to give these guys all play. You got one guy running down the sideline. The next guy next to him, and trips would run a post. The inside, the guy nearest to the center will run the out for the first down. No, he'd run the out for the first down. The guy outside, the guy left all by himself, will run an in for the first down. So now you have options. You got deep. You got the post coming across the field. Now if they go man, I would absolutely call timeout and run another play, which I'm not going to tell you. But, well, I don't have no timeout, but I'm sorry. I would run. I would be in the huddle. I'm like, okay, here's the play for zone. Here's the play for man. You know, and then that's it. But I would absolutely go for it. And because if you get the first down, the game's over. That's what I'm saying. Never give the other team's offense a chance to score in this league, because many times, Jimmy will tell you, a minute to play. These defenses play prevent, and then you'll get the ball down to. I saw the kid from what's his name? He's not a kid. He's as old as me. For Price Electric. This guy used to pull games out at the end. It's crazy. He did it late. I think he did it in the fall before he got hurt. He beat them.
I mean, but you asked everybody, you asked me, and I mean, as far as our team right now, the way we're set up, we would punt it because we would just rely on the defense. Because obviously, even if it was a shootout and it was close, it depends on if you said it's 24-23 or whatever the case may be. That's only 3 touchdowns, so it's it's going to come down to a situation where we would play man. We would lock up and.
You guys, defense, you're the best defense in the league.
I think Egan would want to go. I think Egan would want to go for that. Honestly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends on the team that we're playing, on the situation. Because if we were playing a team like Steel City, and we know that we can, we know that it's a high possibility that they could stop the play, then people probably they would call. They would like, let's punt it. You know what I mean? And that's it just depends. It depends. It's a tough call. It just depends on how everybody's playing and how what's clicking. Whether it's just if it's a perfect day. But I mean, he would probably say let's go for it, depending on who the DBs are and who he can pick on.
Yeah. You know how many times Ralph has said that same play to me on the sideline that he just said he would just run? I think that might be Ralph's favorite play.
I would run that.
Check your mind, everybody.
Yo, hold on. That's the Charlie Murphy laugh, because I've heard some stuff like that before, too, from Ralph. Where's my Charlie Murphy laugh?
I
heard him say that play before.
Really?
Yeah.
I never told anybody that.
Oh, Ralph, you're giving your tips?
I heard him say that
Ralph's favorite segment run is trips. Ralph's favorite segment run is trips.
What I would run, I would possibly run the trips. I would run trips on that, and I would send the outside guy on a dig. The outside left on a trips guy, I would send him on a 10-yard dig at the first down. I would send the second guy in on a post, and it would either be a post or a post stop. And I would send the inside guy on a wheel route, but I would have him shallow out the wheel route, running like directly towards the fucking pylon of the first down. And then the center would release to the right, and that would be my first down. Just had the right guy stay wide.
Okay.
You get a little creative, because sometimes the old plays, when you get into certain situations and the person causes, their tendencies. So, like Ralphie said, you got to be able to switch up, because you got to keep everybody kind of guessing, because we play each other 2 times, 4 times in a year, possibly 5. You know what I'm saying? So you get to learn the tendency. So you got to get a little creative,
Right.
That was a little OC, offensive coordinating right there,
Let's say we committed it to the playbook. We added these places.
I already had that.
But best believe I don't call up any plays that I can't stop. So.
Ooh, Okay.
Val.
But yo,
Val, how many quarterbacks can throw a 15-yard in this league on fourth down?
That's true. I mean, that's true. That's
what I'm saying. There's only very few.
That's who.
Sean, you can throw a 15-yard in on fourth down. Well, I'm talking about a rocket. There's only like 4 or 5.
But you heard who my number one option was. My A option is the center. The center is part of the route.
Shut the mics off real quick. Shut them off, all of them except for Jim. I want to hear what Jim's done. Jim, give me your play.
It all depends, man. Like it depends what the defense is doing. Like if they're playing zone all game, I would call play for zone. If they're playing man, I would run some kind of drag. That's what you do against a man. In a zone, I don't know. I mean, I'm not too smart, but it would all depend on who we're playing and what kind of defense that they're playing. Because if you can, I mean, if you play a team all game long in the fourth quarter, you kind of know what their defense is going to be. I mean, I guess unless teams switch it up all the time, but it all depends. I would have to guess on either playing zone or man, and then it would be a different play to either one.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it does mean a lot.
But I said I would punt. If it's 10 yards,
you would
I would punt.
Hell yeah!
If it's like, I mean, it sounds funny, but if it's like 6 yards or less, I would go for it. But 10, I would punt. I know it's only 4 yards, but 4 yards is a lot. It's a lot tougher throw to make it 10 yards instead of like 5 or 6. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just take the snap and call a QB draw and just run for the first down. That's what I would probably do.
Okay. All right.
Just gonna do is run and belly flop into the end zone.
Yeah.
Trip.
Land on his belly.
If Biggie Smalls is rushing, I'll have all day long, so it's no big deal.
No, man. Like, I heard some pretty interesting plays there.
Definitely.
I like
everybody had something
I like what Ralph said.
Yeah.
But I heard Ralph say that before, giving somebody a play on the sideline. I heard him say that before. Let's bring him back.
All right.
Yeah, I shut the mics off. My bad.
You have too much power over their microphone.
Well, welcome back to the Barbershop Talk Radio.
I have too much power over their microphone.
I just want to hear what play he had. That's all. No big deal. But as it turns, like, that fucking shit, I think I like Val's play the best.
You had to take one.
I think Val's play the best.
You got to be able to drew it up a little. Yeah, drew it up in your head to see what it was like.
Yeah. I've been doing it for all you guys.
You see the mental picture, like, all
right.
Yeah,
I get it.
I mean, because the reality is, if you have the center, nobody really accounts for the center, and if it's fourth and 10, most teams is rushing too hard. Go get the quarterback. Go get it. You know what I'm saying? And like, so you know what I mean. And if that person, if that rusher even hesitates just a blink, that center, if you have an athletic enough center, he can run that out. You know what I mean? And it's a close out. It's not even a wide out because he's coming right from the middle. It's almost like a curl, damn near. So a shallow comeback, and it just depends on where the defense picks up. But it's no safety help because the safety ran with the post. The inside guy from the trips ran a hard slant right to the pylon. So either that corner is going to come up on him or he's going to take that dig that's coming from the outside. That safety has to drop down. Both safeties have to drop down. It vacates the whole area. And the other guy stays wide and runs down the sideline and pretty much comes back and helps the quarterback as he rolls to that side to pass. Now it's one-on-one.
I love it.
So,
I love it.
Yeah, he did write that down. He just drew it out on paper.
I love it.
Oh, I'm kidding.
The problem is too, they give it. So everybody, like Val said, everybody's going to be playing on the first down line. So they kind of give up. You got to send somebody deep, because sometimes they'll let that guy go and he'll be wide open. And then when he catches it, you scream to the guy. And you catch it, you scream to the guy, "Don't score, right? Because you don't want to score too quick." No,
well, you got your center, you got your middle guy. The middle guy in the trips is running the post, and you got your outside guy on the right, wide, running down the sideline. And he has an option route to either run straight down the sideline or break it off and come back.
Yeah, you could send all route. You could do all verticals too, because nobody thinks you're going to run all verticals. And then they'll sit on that
verticals and let the center go.
Expect you to go for
but
first down.
That's a low percentage throw, though, all verticals.
Jimmy, you got to play with guts, Jimmy. That's why you're stuck in the A. Come on,
dude. How many? Okay. How many people? Okay, so if it's 4th and 10, and a first down wins the game, you really think someone's going to go deep in that slot? No, they're not.
You never saw that happen?
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying I never saw it, but you're going to call a play for the first down. You're not going to call a deep play. Like, I get it. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy to. All right, that's fine. It's easy to say this, but then when you're out there playing, it's not so easy to find a wide open guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you only have 2 seconds to get rid of the ball.
Absolutely, I agree. But there's always that chance of everybody sitting
I agree.
on the first down line.
No, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But you said all verticals, like you said.
Well, I mean, if you run all verticals, do you think they're gonna and then like Val said, you send the center out, maybe to the left or right? So what is that guy going to do?
No, okay. Well, here's the thing. They're going to let's just say one guy is deep on the right and he's in the slot. If you throw a bomb to the right sideline, that guy in the slot could possibly get to that ball and knock it down. You understand what I'm saying?
That's why you gotta have good splits. You can't run next to each other. You know,
all right,
that's why
I hear you.
All right.
That's why the biggest question mark of the whole thing is who you're playing. That's the biggest. You know what I mean? It depends who you're playing.
I understand that, but I had to put that situation out there. I wanted to see who would call. From almost everybody punted. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rees just wants it known that he didn't hang up. It's disconnected on.
Oh, shit.
Because Sean was saying that on his play it would be a 4th down play to Rees, and all of a sudden he hung up. And I was like, oh, shit, I guess he didn't like that play. Like, I guess he didn't like your play. He got mad and hung up. He said it disconnected on him, and we tried to call back. It wouldn't let him. So he's like, just let everybody know I didn't hang up. I tried to call back.
No. And, yeah, man, like, I don't know, man. I like the South, but I'm sorry. But
well, this is good situations that everybody needs to think about, because I don't think I think the league, as Val would say, there's 4 or 5 teams. It's a very smart league, but everybody else just assume that they could.
You know what?
They could
everybody wouldn't let that center go. I would scream, somebody cover the center before that play. It's 4th down, and it's not that far to go. That's the obvious play, is to go to the center.
It is the obvious, though. But if you're out there in the trenches, are you going to know? Like,
I'm screaming off the bell. Anytime it's 4th and close.
No. You know.
Everybody screams, watch the center.
No, not
everybody does.
Not everybody. I've seen you do it a couple times. It's based on how you see how they're lined up.
True.
And then you're like,
but it's center.
So let me ask you this. So I said the center was my A option, right? Now, who covers the inside guy in the trips? Who covers that sharp to the that sharp slant to the? It's actually not a slant. It's not a wheel. You're pretty much running directly to the cone, the first down. That 10-yard like a slant. Who covers that?
Right.
Like the corner? Do you send that corner up, or does that corner drop back to cover that dig? Now, when that dig goes and that corner takes him and follows him across the field, it vacates that whole area because that safety has to drop all the way down. That's a 30-yard run.
Yeah.
You know, so it's about the quarterback it's an option play. He has a double option. So if you say cover the center, you know, that guy, it's, you know, like I said, like Jimmy said, we all say, it just depends on the situation and who shifts in the defense. It's one of those at the line of scrimmage you call a play, and you got to see how the defense shifts.
Hanky with the athletic center on a fourth down. I seen some crazy nut shit like a receiver, a center, or even a regular center who's really athletic. I would make sure I had a player that was good enough to cover him from the rip. If they even happen.
But what about the corner instead?
Doesn't matter.
I'm telling you right now.
Doesn't matter about the corner then.
I'm telling you right now. There's only
one would be obligated for the center. One.
There's only one team. There's only one team and one quarterback in this entire league that would actually go to the center on 4th and 10. None of us would go to the center except for Scott from Price Electric. I wouldn't even think about the center on 4th and 10, and I don't think anybody else would either.
That's not true. That's definitely not true.
I disagree.
Want me to tell you why I know that's not true, Jimmy? Jimmy, let me listen. No offense, but no offense. But when we played the Braves, we ran that play twice, and I scored on it once.
Yeah,
I had the option. Now, it wasn't in the same situation. Listen, it wasn't in the same situation, but we utilized the center a lot.
No,
you run a 5-out package a lot.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking situational. 4th and 10 for the game on the line. You're not going to call a play for the center, dude. Like, you're just not.
It depends, man. I've seen it done.
Egan will.
That's not true.
No, he won't.
Bro, I've seen it done. I've seen it done. I played on a team with somebody who's done it before.
No, okay.
Like, I've seen it done.
Like,
Sean, you've done it.
I wouldn't have said it if I wouldn't have vouched for it if it wasn't something that I've seen work before.
I don't mean that. But you said you utilize the center a lot against teams. But the whole point is 4th and 10 for the game on the line. You're going to throw the ball to like your number 1 or 2 receiver. You're not going to throw the ball to the center. That's not necessarily true. Sometimes that number 1 and number 2 is covered. In 90% of cases, it's true. In 90%, it's true basically.
No, I mean you got to lower that a little bit because sometimes they key on that number 1.
No, that's
key on that number 1.
30 mark on 4 and 10 a couple times. GCR should use 30 mark on that play a couple times.
Yeah.
That's their go-to play.
That's all Tom can do is throw technique.
You just got to trust everybody on your team. You know what I mean? Like, you got to trust everybody. Some people don't trust their center to go, but some people don't trust to go for it. You know what I mean? Go to their center like that, but you got to trust everybody in every situation. You know what I mean? So if you don't trust your center, you need him in as a block, then, you know, it is what it is. And I've seen it done in many situations. I've seen it in many situations where, you know, with different quarterbacks that have done it, you know. Jamal has done it before. Bam has done it before. You know, it just depends on, you know, the situation and your personnel. But, you know, it's a lot of good plays that could be called in that situation. It's a lot of good defensive sets that could be called to, you know, try to stop it. You know, just is what it is. It's great to get the football minds thinking, though. You know, Jeff down there taking him to get his playbook together. They have a little armband going on and shit. They're gonna be out Collinswood scrimmaging and shit.
What'd you say, Val?
Don't drop my baby. Said you got your playbook. You get your Weapon X playbook together. Y'all gonna be out Collinswood scrimmaging as soon as you get the email that the season's starting back up.
That's right. Colleges.
Camden whooping on Camden.
You could try. That's all good.
Yeah. We're gonna slap you up, dog.
It's all good to dream.
It ain't a dream, bro.
After we beat you, I'm gonna call you Heffy from Dream Girls.
Yo,
you ain't gonna be part of the group no more.
Fucking words.
He's all late, like.
So what?
That was Charlie.
You still got it, though.
That was
You still
Charlie
got it.
Murphy's
He
ass.
said Curtis was supposed to love me. I'm like, wow, Camden was supposed to love us.
Not gonna happen, but whatever.
Gonna be sitting at the welfare line looking for a comeback. Cats on the team gonna be like, Jeff, man, fuck this, man, I quit. I'm gonna make a video on Facebook. I'm on YouTube and shit. It's gonna be the dude. I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm out. You're gonna see Reese with the peace sign, like, I'm out of here. We're gonna get Bill Cosby dip on him and shit.
No.
What are you implying there, Val?
You're gonna quit it.
I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with you.
Val,
you gotta quit.
My first game I ever played in this league, I lost to the Monstars 3-0.
That's not true. The first 3 seasons you ever played in this league, you lost.
You think I've lost to the Volt 54-0.
Patriots.
You think that if
you lost to the Patriots like 42-0? I was on that team.
Yeah, when it was the Wolfpack at one point in time. Yeah.
No, I was on the Patriots team and we beat you pretty handily too. I got the video. No, I'm not. I got the video.
All right, you know the score wasn't that high. You know that score wasn't even that high.
It was like 30. It was in the 30s.
No, it wasn't.
Y'all didn't score.
We beat you pretty good. I can't remember what it was, but we beat you pretty good.
Rees scored on Jim.
I don't even think Rees was playing.
Yes,
Jim didn't even have to play. No, Jim didn't have to play defensive back that year.
Rees lost Jim in that game.
Jim didn't have to play defensive back. No, he didn't have to. Jimmy didn't have to play DB when. Listen, Jimmy never had to play DB. The one season I played with Jimmy, he never had to play DB. What are you talking about?
But he was
he don't know what he's talking about.
It was right before halftime, and we scored right before halftime. Jim came out on a Hail Mary, but it was a bomb, and Rees Corey boxed out Jim, and Rees went up over him and caught it.
I don't remember that.
Neither do I.
Do.
I'm gonna have to get him on.
I pulled it.
I gotta go watch the video.
I'll show you the video.
That's the CAMDEN.
What color jerseys do we have on? What colors were the jerseys?
Digital camera.
What color were the jerseys?
You guys were red. You guys were white. We were teal, and we had nothing on the front.
They were white. Yeah.
We were just teal, and you guys were white. With blue lettering and red lettering.
Jeff had
or red outline or some shit like that.
Jeff had a teal shirt on and neon pants and a neon headband.
Yeah, you were calling me a highlighter.
Yeah, they were calling him the highlighter.
Oh. I don't know. Y'all might have scored. I don't know. I got to look at the video. I got that saved. That video saved.
We beat us up pretty good. So what? That doesn't matter. That was our second game ever.
We still beat the hell out of y'all.
What'd you say?
And I remember me and Jimmy laughed about it pretty good on the ride back. Well, after the game, because he was telling me that you guys was, he was telling me about you guys being new to the team and you was talking all this shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun car ride, clowning Jeff the whole time going home. Man, I remember that like yesterday.
Tom.
Yo, that was pretty much almost Charlie Murphy worthy.
Almost.
That's all good, man. No, I never give up, bro.
Yo, that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
it was
exactly 5 years ago.
That was a while ago, yeah.
Teeth out your mouth ever since.
Huh?
That was a lie. We just got good recently.
Actually, you didn't. But Randy gave you a B championship, but Scott put you guys on the map.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. Scott made you guys
right.
a team.
Scott put you on the map. Dude. Give that guy some respect, will you?
Shut his mic off.
And Sean put us. Sean made us almost unbeatable.
Elite worthy.
Any questions?
No comment. Nothing from the peanut gallery.
You said
that's
almost.
how I feel, bro. That's how I feel. I feel like.
I know. It's okay. You said almost.
happen in this league that can make me say, "Oh my God, I'm not doing this anymore"?
He won't quit.
I already lost 90% of my team before. What are you talking about?
He won't quit. Jim's beating him.
I lost
with his
Scott,
head down.
I lost Scott, Aaron, Rees, Tim. Who else?
John,
Mike.
John, Monster Mike.
Who said you was losing your team? Who said that?
I don't want to fucking hear it.
Who said you was losing your team? Why you say
I
that?
know. You said when you were talking about Reese said he's gonna leave and this guy said he's gonna leave.
No. I was joking. I was joking. And I just said almost because you said almost unbeatable. And I said almost.
Next time I go to the bar with Sean, Canop, and Eitri, when Sean goes to the bathroom, I'm going to try to tell Canop and Eitri to play with me after he goes to the bathroom.
Well, allegedly, you already tried that.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
whoa! I don't appreciate that, Kim. All right.
How many times somebody gonna dump you before you get it up?
Allegedly, you already tried to steal Knop and Eitri.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yo, the Braves put Sean Eastwood. All hail Sean Eastwood.
No, not just Sean. The Braves put Scott, Aaron, Rees.
No.
Oh, God, get out of here.
Oh my
God.
You
did not.
That was a quarterback, but he was not known as a good quarterback in the league before he played for the Braves. He was just a quarterback.
Okay.
Aaron was
not
good. Who was Aaron before he played on the
Braves? We're not doing that right now.
Nobody even heard of Aaron before he played on the Braves.
Today. So stop. We're not doing that right now. We're not doing that.
I don't even want to get into Sean.
Sean, my guy. No, I love Sean. Sean's my friend, yo.
I think he's napping.
He's probably sleeping right now. Sean's my friend. Yo, this football shit made Sean my friend. Like
he was already,
He truly is my friend.
Like you guys call each other 10 times a day.
But
yeah, I know you and Scott. You and Scott used to be really good friends too, right? When you played.
That's a lie. I never said that. No, Scott would never answer the phone. I'm like, yo, Scott, how you feel about this game coming up? He's like, it doesn't matter, man. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't matter? It does. He's like, no, man, if we do what we do, there's nothing we can do to stop it. I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right.
You're like, here, Scott, take my number. And he's like, I don't need it. We're good.
No, that was good, man. That was definitely fucking good. You know what? Randy was pretty fucking good. All right. I'm a little drunk.
You got to be after that.
A little high, a little tired.
Yeah. No, Scott was not Scott. Randy was decent.
No, Randy gave you guys a fucking trophy. That's the only trophy you got.
I'm not even worried about the trophy. What I'm talking about is the fact that Randy actually made it competitive.
You didn't start putting up touchdowns for Randy.
Yeah, well, we were getting wiped our asses whipped, but we were actually competitive when Randy played. His first year. Second year, it was just turmoil, chaos.
No. That's when you saw what it was like to play with a real quarterback. Randy knew how to read the
that's
field.
If you say Randy's a real quarterback, because some people think he's not.
Randy, he is. He knew how to read the field. He could tell, he could.
Yeah, he just don't have the arm strength.
Not that far, no.
Or the people skills.
No, he don't have the social skills. No, he's not.
Yeah, you guys basically. You guys averaged 4 points a game without Randy, and when Randy came on, it was like 6.5, basically.
Nah, we scored more points than that. Especially when we had Sweetness the first fucking couple games, man. Damn. Sweetness was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was. Stop hating.
No, he was. He definitely was.
He's all right. He's okay. Nah, Sweetness was pretty fucking good. Kane, whatever you guys call him. I don't know what you guys call him. Everybody calls him different. But he was definitely he was decent.
He was fast. when he came. He was fast as shit.
You guys were like, you played a really, really, really close game with us that year. I think we scored like.
Yeah, we did.
Randy threw a pick 6 at the end of the game to Kevin for us to seal it.
In the game. Yes.
Why does it always come down to you and the Patriots?
I don't know.
It always comes down to you and the Patriots.
But they beat us.
They do.
Somehow.
Jim's got your number.
No, that was a fucking close-ass game.
Jim's got your number.
We took the fucking lead, and Jim goes right on the fucking field and scores.
Dude, hold on. I remember what happened. You got the ball first.
You had the kicker in that game, too. But Eric
that's what I was going to say.
Kevin, and he ran it back.
That's funny. I was just going to say that. You guys went right down the field and scored. I think Rees scored a touchdown. And then on the very next kickoff, Eric caught the kickoff, I think because it was short, and he, ran to the right sideline. And as he was throwing it back, I yelled. I'm like, no, what are you doing? And then Kevin called it, returned it for a touchdown.
Returned it for a fucking touchdown. I'll never forget that
I was
shit.
yelling not to do it. Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
I remember every game, man. For the most part.
It always comes down to you and the Patriots.
Nah, man. That was just
You don't think
game.
Jim has your number?
No, I don't think that was fucking luck. That was luck,
Jim,
man.
do you think you have the Braves number?
We're always
not
different.
Really, dude. I mean, I
no
do
matter what
because
you have, he beat you.
No
matter
dude,
who's your quarterback, no matter what team you
not
have.
true. That's not true.
It is. It is.
True.
It is.
It's not true.
Look, Jim, how many times did the Braves beat you, Jim?
Well, I mean, I joke around about it like I've won a lot against
Don't be modest.
Don't
be modest.
I'm not. I'm being dead on. His team gets better every single season, and we don't. So eventually, he's going to take over. I already know it.
His team gets better, and yours don't. But still, no matter for some reason, you beat them every time.
Yeah, I mean,
no matter who's on the roster, you beat them.
Yeah, the one game was ridiculous though. When we beat you guys, when you got Aaron and Scott, you guys had to drop 3 touchdowns just for us to win that game. That was so lucky for us. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know.
It's always some crazy shit.
Yeah,
happening.
it always comes down to something.
That's awesome.
Jeff, I heard you was having a barbershop talk radio barbecue after this quarantine shit is over.
We did talk about that. We did talk about it. We had some football in there.
The barbershop talk radio barbecue.
Burgers
Sounds
and dogs.
motherfucking good, dog.
We did talk about that on
No,
the
I'm
wall.
dead serious, though. I'm dead
serious too. Bro, I'm with it.
That's funny. Johnny put that up on the last show. Let's have, even if football season doesn't start again, let's make a day of it, a Saturday or Sunday, go to the field,
no,
we'll have
don't
tournaments.
I'm not coming if you invite him.
No, well,
it was
kind of,
I
wasn't thinking that big. I mean, it's only a couple people that actually call in and talk, so it's kind of like the conversation picks up live and face-to-face, and you have some dogs on the grill, some food and some drinks, and, everybody just chilling around shooting shot face-to-face.
Come over and barbecue.
Yo, I'm with it.
You guys are down to come over and barbecue.
We all bring some stuff. We bring some stuff. Ain't no grown man going to come to somebody's party and not bring something, but,
But Val,
maybe we could do a live. We could do a live podcast together. You know what I mean? All together.
We could.
Why not?
We got enough microphones, enough setup.
It's going to be awkward for you, Val, though.
You said what?
It's going to be awkward for Val. It's going to be awkward for you, Val, when Jeff beats you guys this year, and then we have the barbecue. That's going to be awkward, right?
He's going to have a sign hanging up out front of the house we beat Camden.
Right. Welcome to the champion.
You'll never hear the end of it.
No, you wouldn't. So don't lose.
It's all right. I'm gonna walk in the house. I'm gonna go buy a wrestling belt and walk in with the wrestling belt on. With a cigar in my mouth. With the John Cena music playing.
Yeah, but then when you're not looking, Jeff's gonna hit you in the back of the head with a steel chair when you're not looking.
I'm gonna have to give him the Hulk Hogan. Nah, you know what I mean? Hit me one more time. You know what I mean?
Yo, just when Jeff hits you with the chair and he thinks everything's good, in comes Mean Gene, the referee, and Stone Cold Jeff all over her. Yo, Jeff, how do you feel? Jeff, your radio show single-handedly made that guy quit as a referee, dude. That's so bad.
Yeah, that's not true, man.
Horrible. You talking about who? You talking about Luigi?
Yeah, Luigi.
Yeah,
the boy. He looked like one of the Pet Boys.
Yes, Yo, he hasn't been. He quit after Jeff was trashing him on the show. Dude. I haven't seen that guy in over a year since Jeff was trashing him.
He probably got fired.
He said he was Mean Gene and he used to hit him with a chair.
He fucking was. I'm like, don't know. But he was just so fucking bad. He made me so mad.
I like him. I like him.
No way, bro.
Bob, I like
he used to shit on the Braves, bro. He hates us still.
That's why I like him.
Maybe he ain't like dreadlocks.
I'm thinking it was more like he just didn't like us.
He didn't like dreadlocks.
I just didn't like the Braves, man.
Yeah.
He listened to the
he
show.
He couldn't grow his hair, so he was jealous of you.
Maybe something happened that needed to happen. Because he was just the laziest guy on
But you weren't the only one. I remember Larry talking about him at one point in time, too.
He's just the laziest guy in the league. He was the timekeeper and never wanted to tell you the time. Like, you have to beg him for the time. Like, yo, bro, what's the time? He acted like he didn't hear you. Yo, what's the time? He'll finally tell you.
Nobody likes the Braves at all in the league, dude. And it's your fault, Jeff.
You know what? Support it.
That's what he wanted.
That's exactly what I want. It's gonna hurt everybody when we fucking win.
It's gonna hurt even more when we lose.
God, fucking assholes won. These fucking big heads. Yeah, those big heads won. That's who won. That's who beat Camden in the fucking championship.
Those shit talking motherfuckers.
Them shit talking fools. Yeah, them shit talking fools is who won. That's who beat Camden in the championship. What? And they beat Rock Bottom? What? They mercy the fucking prospect? No. Who else? No. What's that shit? The team called?
Tim, just tell me your luck.
Man, this is crazy, man. Macho Man and Elizabeth are killing me, man. Randy Savage and Elizabeth are killing me, man.
No,
come on.
Macho Man Randy Savage is the greatest wrestler of all time, dog.
Oh, stop.
Oh, God.
He is.
I guess you're the only one that thinks that.
No, I don't give a fuck. He is.
I think it's Sable, but okay.
No, you can say The Rock, Stone Cold, or Hulk Hogan, but I think Randy Savage is better. He was more of a fucking.
Brother, you leaving out a couple people, man. You what about Sting?
Come on, dog.
Nah,
Sting never had a fucking
mouthpiece, bro. Yeah. You
Sting
was
never had. No.
It's definitely Hogan.
Yeah.
It's the most popular wrestler.
I mean, I'm a Hulk Hogan fan. Yeah, I'm a Hulk Hogan fan, but that's the cliche pick.
Sting was.
I agree.
Sting was a watered down Ultimate Warrior, but never had the fucking popularity of.
Wait. Sting was out before the Ultimate Warrior. What are you talking about?
No, but Sting. Hold on. Sting. The WWF.
The NWA Sting. NWA Sting.
No, but hold on.
No.
WWF is always more popular. WF is more popular than the other.
Yeah,
league.
but they all. But most of those wrestlers went through both circuits, and a lot of the wrestlers, besides like a Hulk Hogan even came up with something. But a lot of those wrestlers have come from over those sides.
No, but most of them came. No, basically all of them came from the other side through the WF. The WF is where it was at.
Right, because it was bigger. You know, they was putting in more money. But I mean, Sting made the crossover, so you can say he's saying he's an Ultimate Warrior, but I mean, Sting was around and he was viable. You know what I mean?
He was never as popular. Sting was never as popular as the Ultimate Warrior. Never.
Well, that's because the WF was more popular.
Listen, he was more popular. He was more popular. He was just as popular as the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior had like a 7 to 8 year reign. Sting had like a 8-year reign in the NWA, WCW, and then he came over and crossed over to the WWF and was a vital star in the WWF.
No, he was always an underachiever, bro.
He had stand power, man.
Sting does not get mentioned with Ric Flair. Sting does not get mentioned with Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan when they talk about the greats, bro. He doesn't. He's not. But
that's cliche. All right, so that's cliche because when you mention greats, right? When you talk greats, you talk basketball. A lot of people forget to mention Scottie Pippen, although he is one of the greatest. When you name off the top players, people forget about Clyde Drexler. But then you're like, oh shit, yeah, right. Or Dominique. You're like, oh yeah. So Sting is one of those guys.
I agree with that.
He's one of those guys. You know what I mean? Like he's a great wrestler. I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time, but
no.
Hulk Hogan to me is. But you know that's my favorite. That was my childhood fucking hero.
Sting?
No, Hulk Hogan.
All right. Well, that's
just cliche to say he was the best wrestler.
I will say this though.
All right, go ahead, Ken.
No, I'm sorry. I will say this. I think Hogan is the most popular of all time, but the most entertaining wrestler of all time. It's not even close. It's easily The Rock. The most entertaining is The Rock, and it's not close.
I think it's The Rock or Stone Cold.
I don't know. I like The Undertaker, man. I like The
he's
Undertaker.
Not entertaining though. He's not entertaining.
Man, when he first came out, when he left the NWA, he was me, Mark Hagler, and then he came over and became The Undertaker. And he used to come out and be all dead and shit. Man, as a kid, that shit used to creep me the fuck out.
No, but I'm talking about entertaining, like funny. Like The Rock was funny as hell in there. The Rock was hilarious.
I mean, that's funny, but I mean, it's different types of entertainment. I mean, that whole dead and rising up from the dead shit. I mean, that character was crazy.
Yeah, when you're like 8 years old, 9 years old,
it took Vince McMahon too long. It took Vince McMahon too long to appreciate the Undertaker. The Undertaker was shit for a very long time, bro. I love the Undertaker. He's probably like my second favorite wrestler, like after Randy Savage. But it took Vince McMahon too long to realize how much potential the Undertaker really had. The Undertaker was a fucking headliner and a big star, but he was pushed back because Hulk Hogan for one.
Yep.
And then you had fucking
why?
Bret Hart.
Why?
Bret Hart and fucking them other guys ahead of him. And Shawn Michaels ahead of the Undertaker.
Yeah, but why? Why? Because wrestling is about entertainment, dude. It's obviously all fake. Like the Undertaker wasn't he wasn't funny. He didn't have any skits where he made everybody laugh. Like The Rock.
No, it was scary.
The Rock was entertainment, man. Period.
Well, listen.
The Rock.
Wrestling it's like three different type characteristics. If you're a star, if you got all three, you're definitely a star. Either you have the greatest mouthpiece, like where you can talk like fucking like $1 Million
like
Man,
The Rock.
or
Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, if you can't talk, they give you a manager. Okay, the Undertaker lacked fucking vocal skills on the mic, but he had one of the best characters. So number two is your character. Now, the Undertaker had Undertaker had like the best character ever, but he didn't have much of a fucking mouthpiece. So either you can only be a heel or a baby face, or a good guy or a bad guy, however you want to look at it. But that can only take you so far. But number three is the belt. if you put the belt on certain guys and try to make them
right,
a star,
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
You can make them a star.
That was.
But they put the belt on the Undertaker for one day back in the day, and then they didn't give him the belt until like the 2000s. He didn't even have the belt in the 90s. Like they could have made him a star, but until they realized it was too late.
Dude, there's a reason for that, dude. You're just proving my point. There's a reason they didn't make him a champion.
I like the Undertaker.
I just believe that in his earlier years, when he was coming out with the pallbearer and the urn, that was dope, and that lasted for about 5 to 6 years. And then it's the wrestling as like with basketball, anything else, it started to evolve. So I do understand what Jimmy is saying. He kind of like they stopped investing into his character, and they had to switch it to where he stopped wearing the jacket and he started getting he had to get a brother and all kinds of shit like that. And they got rid of Paul Bearer, but it wasn't as entertaining. But when he first did those first 5 or 6 years, that shit was crazy. You know what I mean? And like I said, I stopped watching wrestling. I didn't watch wrestling when The Rock was in it and shit like that. I just seen commercials and would hear them. I stopped watching it. I lost the taste for it once I found out it was completely fake. Like it crushed my heart when I found out it was completely fake. But I stopped watching it. So I don't know all of these new era wrestlers besides when I'm at my boy's house and they playing a game or some stuff like that, or you see somebody in a movie or something. Like I don't know who the fuck the Miz is, and these people, like I don't know who they are. So when people start naming these other people, I just be like, man, Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and Jimmy Superfly Snooker, and you don't know nothing about Ivan Putski and this person and that person. They don't know nothing about them. Like, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, when you start naming like The Rock, I know The Rock for wrestling. It doesn't matter, but I never watched him completely wrestle because I wasn't entertained by it anymore. But he's a hell of an actor, so I can imagine what he did in the ring, like as far as his acting in the ring. But that's the only reason why I said The Undertaker, because I'm a nostalgic dude on that situation.
I'll tell you what, it's funny that you said that because I used to be into wrestling too. Like, it was a while ago, but I was like real into it, and like even when I knew it was fake, I was into it because just of the storylines, it's just like entertainment. Now if I ever wrestle on TV, I'm like, dude, I would never watch this fake shit ever. Like I can't believe I
right,
like
because
it.
it's over the top now. It's so over the top.
It's so corny now, dude.
It's unwatchable.
It used to be so good. I stopped watching it once I found out it was fake too.
No, I've been knew it was fake.
I didn't know it was fake.
I like the stories. I like the Macho Man marrying fucking Elizabeth. I like the Undertaker fucking buried alive with fucking like I don't know shit like that.
Yeah.
But
you know what's else is crazy? They took away the suspense. Because remember back then we used to have to wait till WrestleMania to see Hulk Hogan. Like now you see a championship fight every 2 Monday nights. It's an event. It's some major event. And I understand like. But it's just like it's too much. Like it's back then, you wait for the big main event. You had Survivor Series, you had fucking WrestleMania, you had Summer Jam, and the Royal Rumble. You had 4 events, and all the other shit that came on Saturday morning. You would see like a couple of the A level or B level superstars take on Bob. I mean, what's his name? The Brooklyn Brawler and people like that. You know what I mean? And Billy Brown and. You know what I mean? They would take on them and beat them up or whatever. And you'll have like 2 A levels go at it or whatever to set up for, and you'll go through like 6 weeks of that, and then boom, here comes SummerSlam, or you know what I mean. And it was the same thing with the NWA, like you know what I mean. But or WCW, it was just. But now that shit is just like, oh, you got Monday Night Raw, then you got SmackDown, then you got this on Saturday, then you got this on this day, and then here comes. And I'm just like, God damn.
Even on quarantine, I wouldn't even watch it on quarantine, dude.
My boy is 41 years old, and he go to every time they come to Philly, he go.
I can't watch it.
Every time. He got the WWE app on his phone. He got it on his game. He just every time.
The game, though? ECW changed the game in the 90s.
You're right. Before
ECW was like hardcore wrestling.
I didn't watch
and that's when you got your Rocks and Stone Colds and Mr. McMahon. Like that's where they were birthed from ECW. ECW was going like more mature for more adults, and then that's when Stone Cold and The Rock and DX and all those guys came out. That was like the end of
even when I was real into wrestling, I would never ever watch WCW. I could just never ever get into it at all. I knew all the characters in WF. I thought they were better. I would never ever watch the WCW ever.
Man, you had you had the Four Horsemen. You had Sid Vicious before he was Sid Vicious before
Goldberg
or whatever.
Goldberg.
You had
Goldberg.
You had Goldberg. You had Undertaker was me and Mark Hagler. You had Sting. You had the Fabulous Freebirds. They had a couple. They had quite a few. You know what I mean? The Legion of Doom.
The Steiner
brothers.
Steiner
brothers. Yeah.
Yo, they never knew how to market the wrestlers right. They were missing.
That's
something.
where Doom came from too. What's his name? Teddy. What was it? Teddy Atlas and what you call him?
Yeah, that's where Stone Cold came from. He was a Hollywood blonde.
Yeah.
You know, like that happens because these certain places didn't know how to market their guys.
Well, it was just that the WWF it's like the NBA. It was like the NBA and the ABA. The ABA has some great players. It's just the people that was backing it. Money wasn't as long as the other people, and of course, when you in competition with somebody, you ultimately want to shut them down, and that was Vince McMahon's plan. That's how the ECW ended up getting bought out. You know what I mean? And all those characters transferred over to WWF. That's why Taz and all them came over. Like,
no, not to change the subject real quick, but you guys are kind of like my age. Who remembers the World League Football League?
The World League?
The what?
The World League.
No, I don't remember that at all.
I don't.
You don't remember the World League, the World Football League? Wow.
No.
That was in 1973, the World League.
Okay, you must be really.
No.
Yeah, you were born.
No, they were playing when I was a kid. I used to watch it on TV.
Maybe you were watching reruns.
I don't know. I had no idea.
Watching syndication.
No, it was I remember the New York, New Jersey Knights, and then there was like this other team. They had like a London team.
No, that was the European League one.
Is that the CFL?
I don't
know.
Hold on, let me look up the New Jersey. New York.
Hold
New Jersey
on.
Knights.
Listen, I'm gonna run, dude. I'm gonna run, guys. I gotta lay down. So I'll talk to you guys all. Jeff, call me this week, and I'll talk to you all later.
All right, bro.
American football team.
All right, man.
All
right, Jeff. All right, Kim. All right, Ralph. I'll talk to you later.
Jimmy, man.
All right,
Thank
you guys all for calling, man. Actually, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep. I gotta go to work in the morning, in a couple of hours.
After 1992, the NFL suspended the World League Associate Federation.
It was the World League.
Then
right?
it returned in 1995. It was concentrated in Europe.
So what year was that in?
It was 1990. I don't know. I know the New York, New Jersey Knights were in it from 1991 to 1992.
Oh, they only had 1 year.
Yeah, you're found it. You're retired.
Man, I remember that team. I knew it was the fucking New York, New Jersey Knights. All right. Yo, guys. Thank you guys for calling. Oh, did you end it?
Yeah, but it's not ended. God, there's a couple seconds.
All right, guys. All right. So, we will talk to you guys later.
See you next Monday.
Hopefully we can end up playing this season, man. I hope we end up playing this fucking season somehow, some way. So I got a little fucking
Lord's will.
With Ralph speaking. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Val. Thank you, Jim, and thank you, Sean.
And Reese.
But all right, gotta go. Peace.